Jake, as you know, I'm a park walker these days.
Yes.
I'm a walker in the park. And one of the things I love about walking in the specific park that I do is there's some huge, huge trees. And I love trees. And just like so many different things in nature, it takes a long time for that tree to become huge. It's not just like overnight. You can't manufacture something like that. You can't build a tree, you know, and so it's just beautiful. At least, have you ever built a tree?
I have not. No.
Okay. I don't think you can. But I was wondering the other day, like, do inanimate objects ever have a little bit of self-consciousness? Because trees literally never get smaller. They never get small. Like, do you think that like as they grow, you know, older, they're like, old age, you know, I just can't fit into those same clothes that I used to, you know, or, you know, like
asking the other tree, like, do these roots make me like, does it make my trunk look bigger?
Right. Yeah, is there junk in my trunk down here or what's up with it? Like, or like the walnut tree is like, you know, that maple tree is just growing a lot slower than me. And we drink the same water,
Same sunlight.
We have the same exact environment.
I don't get it.
How does it? Yeah. Why does it only work for me and not him? You know, they're just, and then you're like, I'm going to trim myself down a little bit. And then all of a sudden they grow even faster when you do that. So I just don't, I think that maybe they're upset.
What thoughts are out there? I imagine like I bought like some steak knives a few years ago and, you know, when I got bit by that tick, they got bit too. That's right. Those knives are not being cut into steak. They're just sitting there.
Those things are paperweights at this point.
Collecting dust. I do love putting paper underneath them. You know that about
like,
me.
Whoa. That paper's flying away. Go get the steak knife.
Isaac. You know what we do with our paper. Put it under the knives. No, yeah. Any inanimate object. I'm sure they have several thoughts. Like, I'm even imagining like a light switch being like, I don't see what Catherine's complaining about. Brad turns me on just fine.
I think just fine. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast.
We are back. This is a podcast episode.
Oh yeah, 124.
That you guys are listening to right now.
Quick, what's 124 divided by 3?
What?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't. I just love how you're a math savant. So
it's not divisible by 3.
What's 124 divided by 4?
Oh.
Is that a thing?
25 plus 6, 31.
31. Oh.
We figured it out.
Yeah. It's funny how we both like calculated it the same way too.
We're so smart.
Gosh, we're good.
Yeah.
Just imagine if we were in school.
Man,
how smart we would be.
Were you so ready to be done with school by the time you were?
Yeah, I was never like a big student. Like I was never.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like I was always skinny and then I ballooned up whenever I got out. No, I mean.
Rec basketball. It kept me in shape.
Yeah.
There's always somebody to play 5-on-5 with, full court.
No, I cared about my grades a decent amount. Like I wanted to be good. And because I knew I could be pretty I could get pretty good grades.
You knew you could be a big student.
I could be a big student if I wanted to be. I could fill that desk. I could fill my parents' expectations. But I was always like right on the line. Like I never got like a 98 in a class. I was always like 90.1. Like,
oh, really?
Like I knew exactly how to get just an A- every time.
I think I would have expected you to be a better student than that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I knew how to get by. Like, and I wasn't like super good at paying attention in class. I tried to. Because my mindset was like, if you pay better attention in class, you don't have to learn it as much during homework. And so I tried to be like that way, but I was dating girls in high school. And so I was texting them during class. You know how it goes, dude. Hey, what's up? Where are we meeting after this?
Do you have any good stories? I mean, I think you've always been a pretty good kid. Do you ever like, is there anything in your like high school, like period of life when it comes to like women where you like cringe? Like, I can't believe that I said that I did that.
I have one that's in elementary school. It's not
perfect.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Hey, do you have any embarrassing stories? I don't even know if I want to share. Whatever. Just don't judge me too much, guys. You guys know so much about my life. You know everything. I am the most. I promise I'm so genuine on this podcast. So don't judge this one thing I did wrong.
What's about to happen here?
It's nothing. But I just felt so bad at the time when I did it. There was this girl in class. Her name was. Well, yeah, I'll say it. She's not listening.
She's not listening.
Her name is Nicki Patty. Not a great name.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Nicki Patty. And
she went by Big Worm. I competed against her for right guard on the team.
Lovely girl, not the most sought after girl in the grade.
Hey, that's
And
okay.
For whatever reason, my friends thought it'd be funny if I tried to convince her that I wanted to be her boyfriend.
Oh.
And for whatever reason, I was not this kind of guy. I wasn't a jerk of a guy, but maybe I went through a phase for a day or something where I did. And I just remember her, like, I think we probably like passed notes or something. And then I remember her coming up to me and be like, Brad, are you serious? Do you really want, like, it was like some like 40-year-old conversation. Like, do you really want to do this? And I remember being like, yes, I do. And the whole time I'm like, I'm the worst person in the world.
Oh gosh.
So that's about as cringy as it gets. Just like leading a girl on for no reason at all.
Just for fun.
Other than because I know my friends in the back, like watching this, are thinking it's so funny at recess.
It's good.
So
Good times.
I think
Sucks for
that's
Nicki Patty.
Yeah. Shout out Nicki Patty. Scott right now is laughing because Scott, like it always amazes Scott that I remember everybody's name from high school. And so he's like, I can't believe you remember Nicki Patty. Tyler Gatewood last week. He's like, dude, I would never remember Tyler Gatewood. So,
I mean, I think it shows what kind of guy you are that you remember that. Like, that's the worst way you've ever treated a woman.
I felt really, really,
Fourth
really
grade
bad
with
about it.
Nicki Patty.
Yes, it was.
Man,
yeah.
Nicki Patty's a sick name. I love saying it out loud.
Nicki Patty.
Nicki Patty. It sounds like a truth commercial. Would be like
A truth commercial?
You know, those like
yeah,
anti,
yeah.
like, are you sick and tired of smoking your Nicki Patties? Like, I feel like they have started to, like, I saw a commercial recently.
Listen, kids, I know you think you're cool with your vapes and your e-cigs and your Nicki Patties.
Your Vicky Vapors. Just like having weird words for like, you don't need to like try to make this cool.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows what you're talking about. Just say Jewel. Your Julie Julies.
Your Jewel pads, your pods, your Nicki Patties.
Pity potties.
Nicki Potties.
Nicki
Jewel
Patty.
pods and your Nicki pods.
I saw a truth
man.
commercial like during like Monday Night Football last week. And I think I saw it one time and it went pretty fast. But I think it was calling a vape a depression stick. But it never like said vape. It never said nicotine. It was just like, depression sticks can really take it out of you, right? I mean, this is like, this commercial gets your attention. It's like, whoa.
I like rebranding them as depression sticks.
Yeah.
No one's going to be like, hey, pass me the dipstick. Like, you know, like that's something you get done in your car now. Like
That's correct.
Dipstick is all the rage.
So
Wow.
anyway, truth commercials, they're getting pretty in your face.
I only saw those like Saturday mornings for some reason. Like that was the only time I ever saw those commercials.
Like people are kind of going through it. They're regretting what they did last night. And now it's just like,
Maybe.
rub your nose in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe it was like, I don't know. I didn't watch very many kid-centered things. Like most of the things I watched as a kid were like reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that were like probably aimed. Well, I guess those were aimed at kids, but like aimed at a little bit higher up age kids, I guess. I don't know. Basically, I'm saying I'm very mature as a kid.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't need it.
There
But
you go.
Sorry, Nikki, if you're listening.
You got a cool name. Hopefully you're unmarried.
Do you have any answers to that question?
I can remember like some things that like my friends did or like that cousin Steve-O did. I'm like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, dude.
But-
Guys, like, yeah, dude. If you're in middle school or high school right now, I'm sorry. Like, or just in general, people sometimes stink and it gets better.
Yeah, they don't mean to most of the time. Or they don't like, especially guys, like we are so unaware of how like emotional women are. We have no idea. And we
I
just-
think I knew. That's the thing.
in fourth grade,
I think I knew.
you don't know
I
that
had
women
older
are that
sisters.
emotional.
I had older sisters. And I remember this is like there's some like sage advice that my sister has given me over the years. My oldest sister, Dana, I remember her telling me one time, like, Brad, whatever you say to a girl on the internet, make sure you can also say straight to her face.
That's good advice.
It was great advice. And I was like 10 years old. So I was like, what would I say to this girl on the internet? That's anything different.
And she was like waving around sage when she said that. What did you say?
Sage wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's yeah.
She's like, Brad, I have something to say. Actually, hold on. I need to light this.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
You're ready to hear it.
Dude, that was a big thing in Spain when I say abroad there was, what's that called? Like incense or something like that?
That's what it's called.
Like people were trying to sell it all over the streets. Like, and it smelled, I did not like the smell. Some
It
people
was
were
like Perfume
it
Galaxy
smells so good.
in the streets.
It was so, I did not like it. It was like heavy. It was musty. Didn't like it.
Okay.
So
Not an incense guy.
not a big sage wisdom guy.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever catch me with incense in my house.
You'd be surprised.
I don't.
It's all about who you marry, man.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But real quick, yeah, I remember old cousin Steve back in the day. He got asked to go to prom by a woman.
Okay.
He's like a junior in high school, old enough to know.
and a woman's asking him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a 30-year-old. I
Yeah.
miss high school.
Another girl in his class
Okay.
asked him, maybe he was a senior at this point. And I just remember his answer to her, which is like, I mean, if like nothing better comes up, then like, yeah, I guess. It's like, you don't say that to her. What, she's like on the hook until the
Right.
night of prom.
Right. Like,
Ah.
I'll let you know.
Maybe we'll see if I get a better option.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah. I don't know what's coming out, new releases at Blockbuster that night. So maybe. I don't know. When. Do you know when Dr. Dolittle comes out on DVD?
Are they still making you like dress up? Because I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that.
Like, do you mind paying for my tux since you asked me? Like, can I get the rental?
We're doing no boutonnieres, right? That's kind of the vibe.
Surely.
We're not gonna do that.
Or like because my mom's not gonna be there because she doesn't know, and she doesn't. I don't know how to put it on.
Corsage is tough.
Right.
Let's just skip that.
Yeah. Have they made a pin-on corsage, like a stick-on corsage yet? Because if not, they need to. I know you're a big corsage, and the big corsage like.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. Now I can talk about one of my side passions.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to follow, I've started a blog. It's called Corsage.com.
Okay.
So you can check that out. Yeah.
I was trying to think with you. I was like, I can't think of anything.
No, that's just what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, like, who cares about that? Who cares about the boutonniere? Who cares about the corsage? Like,
girls probably do.
This is like the wedding ceremony to me. It's become so ceremonial. Like, can we just take a step back and be like, what are we doing this for? It's so dumb to me.
I don't remember ever getting the boutonnieres what the guys get. I don't remember ever getting that, but I remember giving out the corsage.
Oh yeah, I went both ways.
Good
or like
you.
I gave and received.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't go both ways. Yeah. Devin gave me one. Yeah. We went to prom together.
Didn't have any other better options. So
yeah, nothing else came up. So
Steve, and knowing Steve, that was probably like innocent that he was saying that, right?
I think he just didn't want to go with this girl, and it was just like rather than telling her no, like yeah, maybe.
Should we start normalizing being able to say no to things? I think that needs to come back.
It's coming. Yeah, I think people are starting to figure it out.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like kids these days are just like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, and like the whole time in their head they're like, no, I'm not going to this. Just say no. It's okay to say no.
Just say no to the depression stick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, say no to the D stick.
Wow, the D stick. That's what we should. That's what they need to rebrand it as.
I think so.
Okay.
Anyway, that was something.
That was something.
How was your week?
Week's been fun. I feel like I've done a decent amount of pretty mediocre things, but they were fun things. What did we do Monday that we couldn't do jean shorts? Was it just because, right? I don't know.
I think it was just Derek's schedule or something.
Yeah. But yeah, we went to Topgolf on Tuesday. That was fun.
Yeah. We sold a bunch of merch on Monday.
We sold a bunch of merch on Monday.
That's what it was.
I was like, something was like going on Monday in my life.
There's a new merch drop.
Yes, guys. Thank you, Ghostrunners.life visitors and purchasers. We really appreciate all the merch that was sold. That's what it was.
It's a very fun day.
Yeah, I thought genuinely in my head, I was like, was it a holiday last Monday?
You're like, I got dopamine on Monday. Somehow,
something happened. Yeah. And it wasn't Labor Day. I think that was the week before. So yes, thank you for buying all that merch, guys. It's been awesome to see. Yeah, just the people and the show up for it. So yeah, we had merch and then we did some jean shorts scene Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday night though, we went to Topgolf and that was like a highlight of my life.
Yeah.
I had so much fun, like to the point where I'm like, I got to get a driver.
You're kind of into golf now.
Yeah, when you do well, and I did well 20% of the time, probably. But even the 20% that I did, I was like, that was really cool. That was
so fun.
Yeah.
That's part of it. You realize how difficult golf is and you become addicted to hitting like great shots.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to feel that feeling again.
Yeah.
Hit it straight.
We went with Sammy and Sammy like a few times, or maybe just once, like Jake was just knocking the tar out of the ball. And Sammy was like, does that ever get old? And Jake's like, no, I've done this for 4 months.
Yeah, it just started. Why would that get old? Of course not. This is amazing.
Does it get old if you play basketball and you make all your shots? No.
I earned this. I've been practicing.
Right. But yeah, it was so fun. And so I'm like, I need to just go back to Topgolf all the time. And I'm like, well, that's pretty expensive. So maybe I should just get my own driver and go to the driving range. So
that's also fun.
I texted Peter today, said, hey man, can you try to find me a driver? Because anybody doesn't know, Peter, our friend Peter, is like the best thrift store person in the world.
He's like, if a thrift store let actual raccoons come in, Peter's got to be the closest thing to that.
I want to know what Peter's schedule is week to week, because I think he's in thrift stores 20 times a week.
He's just ravaging these stores.
It's amazing.
And he comes out with so much more than he went in with. And he always has something. You need something.
Yeah.
Peter's like, oh yeah, I found one at a thrift store last week.
Right.
It's like, you have a real job.
Yeah.
Right?
I kinda a real estate agent. But yeah, there was one time like it was when we were trying to find blue suits for Trey's video. And he's like, oh dude, there's like $20 or $2,000 suits like at this one thrift store.
Oh yeah, go to Red Racks on Warnell.
Yeah. He's like, they're $100. I was like, what? Yeah, check them out. So anyway, I texted him. I was like, "Can you find me some left-handed clubs?" And he's like, "I already bought you a driver." It's like, yes,
of course he did.
He's like, "I just need to regrip it for you, and then it's yours, baby."
Yeah, he loves like
I'm
manipulating clubs too. Like
Yeah.
I found some clubs online. I was like, will these work? He's like, they're probably a little too tall, but I can shave those down. I was like, I'll just buy different clubs. You don't need to like shave down.
How do you shave down something like that? You put a
I don't
grinder?
even know.
Yeah,
His cheese grater, I think.
his niches, or at least two of them, are bikes and golf clubs that he like sells a lot of. He like really knows that. So he'll like buy a bike for $10, clean it up, and then
Sell it for 11.
For 11, that's $1 profit.
And that's a profit.
That's 10%.
You do that 100 times a week. That's not bad.
Watch out.
His wife loves it.
Man.
But also at Topgolf, we got to talk about. I'm at the mat. I'm hitting,
Right.
and then I can kind of hear there's music playing, but I can kind of hear Brad be like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And I look around, and this girl, like, I can't. It seems like someone I should know, like this like young blonde girl is just like walking by, like, "Oh, what's up?" And then just like keeps walking, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. Like imagine like the moving walkway at an airport. Like, like imagine standing on a moving walkway and just like, that's how fast she was walking. She was walking pretty slow, but I don't think she ever stopped walking. She just comes up to me and says, "Are you Brad Ellis from Ellis Custom Creations?" And here she is just moving around. I was like, "Yes, I am." She's like, "Okay, big fan." I was like, "Whoa, thank you." I didn't know what to say. And she keeps walking. Like, here she is, just keeps going. And I'm like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Rachel." I think was her name Rachel.
I don't know.
I was like, "Well, that's Jake Triplett." She's like, "Oh, cool."
See ya.
Yeah, she's still walking, and I was like, "That was the most power move ever." Like to like be interested enough to come say hi to us, but also doesn't want to talk to us.
Not in any way, shape, or
I
form.
mean, she just kept going, and the funniest part is at the end. Tell that part.
I felt shortchanged. I don't even know who this girl is. Does she
Surely
know
she's
us?
a podcast listener if she says Brad Ellis from Ellis Custom Creations. Like no one says that.
But in the same way,
no one's following me just on Instagram.
I felt like I needed revenge because it seemed like she was less interested in hanging out. Once you said, "Well, that's Jake Triplett," she's like, "All right."
Oh, then then the moving walkway, she started walking on it, like,
Yeah.
and then she really started hustling away.
It's like, no, I'm gonna like follow up. I need to figure this out. Like, who is this girl? How does she know us?
Yeah.
What's going on? Is she single? Or what? And anyway, I was like, let's go try and like track these people down.
Right.
And we thought we knew the general direction of where they were, and I obviously don't really remember what they look like. So what happens is Brad and I just walking around Topgolf. Just does anyone know us?
Hey,
Do these faces look familiar to
do you guys think we're famous? Anybody here recognize this guy?
Hey, just real quick, on your feet. Does that make sense to anybody here?
Yeah. Who should really go Catholic? You
Someone-
should really go Catholic.
No, okay, different
No.
group, different group. Okay.
Okay. Fence? Anybody?
The
fence.
hopping over a fence.
The deck. If I say deck, what do you think of? Huh? Nothing? Tony and Michelle. Like a new listener.
Donde
probably.
es Michelle. Donde es Rachel. Not you. Okay,
No?
not you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So she definitely left after she said that, which was even more of a power move.
She
like,
didn't stay at Topgolf for more than 15 minutes.
Yeah. It was just
Donde es Rachel.
Rachel, if you're out
Donde
there,
es Rochelle.
if you're that big of a fan, you let us know.
You got to be listening.
Yeah.
I don't know what, that was so strange.
But that was the third time in a row that you've gone to Topgolf and gotten recognized.
And Topgolf's not an easy place to like really be seen.
I don't look at anybody else at Topgolf.
Most of the time you're in your bay, your back is turned to any of the foot traffic.
Right.
And yeah, you're just kind of isolated.
Right.
Yeah, 3 times in a row, just killing it.
Yeah.
That's a place to be. That's why I like golf. I
That's
just keep getting recognized.
Yeah, at the course.
Yeah.
There's so much foot traffic at the golf course.
It's great.
Yeah.
Me and Harrison played. Dude, Sunday, let's talk about just last Sunday.
Oh,
NFL
let's
week
talk about-
1.
Yes.
I had just a great day. Harrison and I had a tee time for 7:03 a.m.
Mhm.
that morning. Got to play 18 holes of golf. It was great. It's just us two. So what happens pretty often at golf is you get paired up with other people. They try to have 4 people per
Tee
whatever.
time.
Yeah, tee time.
Slot.
We get paired up with Greg,
Mm-hmm.
which that's something you'll get used to the more you play golf. But like, I just want Greg so badly to know, like, hey, just FYI, pretty new at this. But I'm not saying that. But it's just like this Greg looks like he's not totally happy that like these 2 guys are now playing with him. He probably wants to like.
He looks
play
pretty good. Like he looks pretty experienced.
He looked all right. It's like swing was a little goofy, but he could hit the ball straight. So it's
I bet-
that's all that matters.
I bet when you're going there at 7:03, you're not going to socialize very often.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
don't think so.
Yeah, he's probably hoping that no one else was going to go with him.
Yeah, and so I don't think he loved that we were there with him,
Yeah.
but he was great. Took off his quarter zip arm sleeve. Was not expecting this of 48-year-old
Wait, arm
white
sleeve?
guy Greg with tattoos. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sleeve of tattoos.
I thought you meant like a muscle shirt.
He had like a Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, no.
Oh, wow. Okay. Greg had a little bit of an edge to him.
Apparently so.
Good for him.
And anyway, it was a good time. Greg only played 9 holes, then he dipped, and then it got a little
I'm
better.
done with this.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get home.
Yeah.
So just a great day of golf. Shot 18 with Harrison, and then watched Red Zone football with you.
Let's talk about that real quick.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Like I think you came probably like the second quarter of the games, maybe.
Yeah, I was being a good roommate. Harrison, for some reason, is a Steelers fan, so I stayed like at my house to watch the Steelers game with Harrison. So it wouldn't be by himself.
Yeah.
In that Steelers game, there's like 40 yards of total offense the first half. I was like, I got to get out of here.
Right. Yeah. You got there and you're like, yeah, it's been a pretty slow day, like for the NFL, huh? And I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't think it is. You know, like,
I was like, okay, just the game I was watching. Then.
Yeah. And then you were like, oh my gosh, like, look at that. And you're like, oh, look at that.
I had no idea.
Like, whoa. Yeah. You were just like amazed. And the best part was at the end of the game, so the Chiefs played at 3:25. And so most of the games got over around 3:15, but there were a few games that were like, going into overtime.
There's so many great games that came down to the wire. I had plans. I was going to watch the game at Peter's house, just like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden you're like, what am I? Like you were just so enthralled and so entranced in
the Lions were coming back. It was awesome.
Like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm going to be late for the Chiefs game. Like it was like you slept in. It was like you pressed snooze too many times.
What am I always do this.
What am I doing? Like you were like hustling around. Like right when you did that, I went up to go to the bathroom and like while I was in the bathroom, you're like, bye, Brad. I gotta go.
I have to go right now. I have to go right now.
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. Like just you got sucked into the red zone.
Oh, it was
luster.
so good. But the Chiefs won the coin toss, so I didn't miss their first offensive drive. They were on defense.
Yeah.
While I was listening on the radio, it was fine. The Chiefs won. Obviously,
of course,
they were down 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter.
Of course,
we're the best.
We're
so good. I think we just beat like the second best team in the AFC. So like we got it. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. If we don't, it's a disappointment.
I'll shut down the podcast.
Okay.
If
okay.
Mahomes,
So root for the Chiefs.
If Mahomes is healthy and we don't make it to the Super Bowl, no more Ghostrunners because that's crazy.
Okay.
We don't deserve a podcast.
Okay. So I would definitely root for the Chiefs.
Root for the Chiefs, you guys.
Wow.
One thing I want to talk about real quick. So I listened to Pardon My Take. They never talked about this. I feel like they catch everything. They see everything that happens on every day of football. In the first quarter of the Bills-Steelers game, there is a guy returning a punt for the Bills, waves for a fair catch, catches it, and then kind of like doubles over and looks like upset. And so even the announcers and myself are like, I think he feels bad. He knows he shouldn't have fair caught that. He had plenty of space. He should have just caught it and ran. Okay. He feels bad. And then a few minutes later, they cut to him and they're like, oh, so-and-so down on the sideline with a shoulder injury. And we're like, wait, is that the guy? That's the punt returner. He like dislocated his shoulder calling for a fair catch.
Oh, like with the motion of doing it.
He didn't get touched on the play. He just caught a ball and waved his arm beforehand. And like his shoulder was like out of socket or like tore his labrum or something.
Luck Brian or something.
This is the most unathletic thing I've seen by someone like so athletic. I can't believe more people aren't talking about this.
Right. Just feeling bad for this guy.
Like this guy who runs a 4.40 and it's just like probably dunk a basketball.
Yeah, the best conditioned shape of his life.
He waved to a ball.
He went up too fast with it.
Yeah.
His shoulder pads were too tight or too loose or whatever.
And just tore his muscle. Yeah. I mean, it's like that's like the classic. Like, I don't know, these guys in the NFL, they still play. They got a torn knee and they still might play.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
Do you think that maybe if let's say he could still catch the ball and like he's still comfortable catching the ball, he's just not comfortable raising his hand.
Can't wave anymore.
How else would like they suggest like, hey, okay, in this case, how about this is how you do a fair catch? Like,
I think you have to do like hands on your hips and then kind of that quick Russian dance where you go like down and up.
Yeah. The Russian dancer. Yeah.
The Russian dancer, like down and up where your knees go out real quick.
What's that called? Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows what it is.
Fun fact, there was a kid in elementary school. His name was Gage. Scott, you remember Gage? Gage
he used to have a crush on Nicki Patty for a while.
Scott had a crush on Jessica
Biel?
No, Jessica Brooks.
Okay.
Scott had a crush on Jessica Brooks. Gage had a crush on Jessica Brooks. Gage could do the Russian dance. Guess who Jessica Brooks picked? Seriously. That's her.
Gage.
Boom. Yeah. Pick
Gage.
Gage every time. Scott's still bitter about it. Yeah, she picked Gage because you could do that dance. Because we did the Nutcracker back in the day.
I mean, that just,
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway.
Scott finally found him a woman who wasn't so into the Russian dance.
That's right.
Finally. Takes a while.
Good for you, Scotty. Okay, so Russian dance is a good one.
That, I think a quick, like, unstrap your Chin strap and then strap it back on.
Oh yeah, but double. Yeah,
double. Yeah, you don't have to raise your arms too much.
I think just taking off your helmet and then catching it in your helmet.
That means don't tackle me.
Yeah, come on, guys. You can't do this to me.
Maybe it's more visual. Like you have to pull up your jersey so it's like a crop top. Like if I can see your
80s style.
Yeah, if your stomach is showing, that means don't touch me there.
Right. Show the six pack and you're good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That
would be fun.
Okay. All those are good.
Yeah, those are great.
Or just use the other hand.
Or use the hand that's good.
Yeah. So sorry to that guy.
It's a bummer for that guy. Real quick, let's just keep the football talk going. Just real quick, the Guillotine League. We've had week 1, somewhat as predicted. Montitude Broipes didn't get it done,
but it was closer than we thought, right? Like it was closer. It came. You texted me like it's coming down to the last game.
There were, I mean, the Ravens game, was crazy in the fourth quarter. Then it went to overtime, so it's like okay, if Justin Tucker, but it didn't work out for Broipes, and he's gone. And it was kind of funny. We only get $100 all season to use at free agency. This is like the only way you can like pick up new players all season long is $100. And
explain that a little bit more, like what that means.
Just like everyone has an opportunity to bid on these available players. And, so it's going to be very competitive, but also.
Because Caleb, what's his name? Caleb?
Nathan Cooley.
Cooley lost. And so all his players then like went back into this pool that we could pick from. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, man, like, I don't know how to this is the first week of doing this. I don't want to spend too much money. Like, I got to make this last all season long.
Right.
Well, waiver wire comes through and we see that one person, their name is Bomb Tech Drivers. Great team name.
Great name.
In week 1, they spent $98 of their $100. And
well, that's his bold strategy.
I guess.
Stack them up now. Stack up the teams.
Yeah, and then you don't need anyone.
Yeah, I like it.
He got some good players.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'd like to think there might be some more available the rest of the season.
It's the most interesting, fun, strategic thing because like it's a long season.
Just stay alive,
but you don't know if you're going to stay alive any longer, and so it's like, dang, should I have gone more right there?
Yeah, so, it is fun, but yeah, poor Bomb Tech Drivers is pretty much out of money. Like they will not be able to get a legitimate player the rest of the season.
Shout out, hand up. I will admit I was wrong. I gave Lisa Gluck a lot of flack during the draft for some of her draft picks. She had one of the best. I think she had like the 3rd best week out of anybody. So shout out Lisa Gluck. I told you like none of us know what we're doing. So anytime we were giving you crap, like we didn't really know. So shout out to you for being awesome. You dominated this week. I don't know if it's going to keep happening, but I gave her quite a bit of crap on the draft night of some of the picks she did. And then all of a sudden she was one of the best teams. So
she knows.
She beat me.
She gets it. Big twins girl.
Big twins girl. Yeah.
Big twins girl. So yeah, Sunday was the best. Just a great day of golf and football and just fall is here. I'm wearing a hoodie right now.
Yeah, dude.
Feels good.
I can't imagine how good people are going to feel in the Ghostrunners.life hoodies.
Oh, real soft.
Real soft. I am not going to be watching the game with you this Sunday.
It is a bummer.
But it's going to be one of the more interesting Sundays I've ever had. I think, did I mention it last week on the podcast?
I don't necessarily think so.
Okay.
You're going to get some good podcast material out of this weekend.
I hope so, dude. Yeah. So Cool Guy Sammy is our friend who is literally our friend because he listened to the podcast, fell in love with the podcast basically, and then reached out to me whenever he moved to Kansas City and just like was a great guy and was like, hey, let's hang out sometime. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So not only did we hang out, we played on the rec league basketball team together. He's just a big supporter of us. We're big fans of him. Played Top Golf with him probably 3 or 4 times now. And so he's from the Northeast. It's kind of confusing how he has all these connections, but yeah, I think he's from Philadelphia, huge Boston fan, but then he's worked for a lot of different sports teams. And so he's lived in different places. And so he also, not only does he have Philadelphia Eagles season tickets, he has Baltimore Ravens season tickets. And so he said, he's like, yeah, sometime if you ever want to go with me, like I have season tickets, I'd love to take you to an Eagles game. And I was like, sure,
let's do it.
I'm not gonna say no to that. And he's like, I also have Ravens. Like that'd be fun. They play the Chiefs this year. And so we are flying to Philadelphia, going to the Eagles Niners game at noon. And then when that game gets over at 3:30, we are getting in our cars, driving an hour and a half from Philadelphia to Baltimore, where the Chiefs play at, whatever that is, 7:30 or 8 at night against the Ravens.
What a day.
I've never been to any 2 sporting events ever in my life.
It's kind of unheard of in the Midwest or the West. You can't do that anywhere else. You have to be in the Northeast to do something like that.
And I think I bet I've only been to 5 NFL games in my life. Like I haven't been to a ton.
You got to get 2 in one Sunday.
Yeah, this is only my second time ever seeing Patrick Mahomes live. Like The only other time was with you, and we talked about on the podcast. It was not the most fun experience.
Mike Katz.
Mike Katz really.
You gonna wear a Chiefs jersey in Baltimore?
I think so.
Ooh.
I think so. I don't know.
What jersey?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna wear a jersey. I guess I have a hoodie that I was gonna wear because it's a little more subtle. But Sammy said he has a Holmes jersey for me if I want it. It's white, so it's a little more subtle as well. I don't know. We'll see.
Why would you ever buy a white version of a jersey?
Yeah, Sammy. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't love the Chiefs colors.
Yeah, they could be better.
But I don't like the way they look in white either. except for away games, they play in white, right? So I'll be matching him.
We've won 11 straight road games.
He hasn't lost in September in his life.
Yeah, that's great.
That's amazing.
No interceptions, no losses.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to, well, I think I'm going to be wearing Chiefs stuff, but I'm also like a little bit nervous about how I'm going to react to the game. I think I've only been to like an away game where my team is playing a few times in my life. And it's kind of weird.
Well, the nice thing is Baltimore is one of those cities where everyone's going to be super friendly.
Yeah, they're not
just like super welcoming.
City of brotherly love.
Yeah, just like city of brothers.
Yeah,
really. They just everyone's a brother to them. There, Baltimore's great,
yeah.
And I think their reputation speaks for itself.
Yeah, and it's like it's cleaning itself up really well lately too. Like,
Baltimore's on the up and up. I think it's one of the fastest growing cities.
It was already like beloved by everybody, and it's just like getting better and better and better and better.
And their sports teams are so good.
I mean, very good.
Look at the
Orioles. I mean, Brady Anderson was just a household name. You know, like what was it? Andrew? No, something. Anyway, baseball player. Cal Ripken Jr.
There's
was
one.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are probably the two biggest ever.
That was Rod Woodson. Tony Siragusa. I mean, you name it.
Tony Siragusa.
Trent Dilfer.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Flacco.
Yep.
Yeah.
Derek Mason.
Okay.
Your turn. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be an interesting time, and like we're gonna drive back to Philadelphia that night. And Sam was like, "You can fall asleep in the car." And I was like, "I'm not falling asleep in the car." That's like.
I might fall asleep in the car.
Yeah.
But I probably won't fall asleep in the car.
Physically, if I can't take it, I'll fall asleep. But I'm not going to purposely try to sleep in the car. I got to be a good friend.
Good co-pilot.
So it should be an interesting time. He's like, we have to take the subway into the Eagles game. He's like, because I really want you to see a Philadelphia subway. Which
that's also going to be a place where everyone's like super nice, I think, and just like super friendly.
The great thing about all of the Northeast, they're just known for Northeast hospitality, is what you hear.
That's
all
what
the
they
time,
say,
right?
Yeah.
And just being super nice to people from the Midwest.
Yeah, Philadelphia sports fans. As far as like sports fans who have like notoriously thrown AA batteries at right fielders, they got to be one of the best fan bases.
I would say, yeah, out of all the people that throw things at Santa Claus on Christmas Day,
yes,
I would say they're in the top 10.
Yeah,
maybe top 5.
Maybe honestly,
Yeah.
Philly's definitely a place to be when you're like visiting for a sports team.
Mm-hmm. And I've always judged the person at the game who is not wearing one of the two teams that's playing, like one of their apparel.
Yeah,
like I go to a Royals game, Royals Mariners, and there's a guy in like an Angels shirt. I'm like, why are you wearing a Mike Trout jersey to a Royals game? That's going to be me, dude.
You're going to be that guy.
Yeah, unless I like bring an extra change of clothes or something, like,
or just a sign taped on your back. It's like, I'm going to the Chiefs game later.
Right.
Lay off.
Right.
There's a good reason for this.
Yeah, I just I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it all goes, but I'm very, very excited. It's going to be an interesting time. And also Philadelphia, I'm excited to go to. Like, I've never done any of like the Liberty Bell, or what's the place? The Declaration?
Oh, the Liberty. You got to see the Liberty Bell.
You got to see the Lib.
It's like Mount Rushmore. It's like, I mean, just.
Sammy was talking like, yeah, there's always a long line. We can see it if you want to. I was like, yeah, I want to see it.
I got to see the bell.
If I'm there.
The L bell?
Yeah.
I want to ring the L bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the Independence Hall? Liberty Hall?
Independence Hall?
Is that what it is? Where they signed the Declaration of Independence?
Declaration.
Yeah. I got to do some Nicolas
Herbie
Cage.
Hancock.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage impressions there.
Secret Lies with Charlotte.
Yeah. Here. Yeah. Okay. What else do I say there? Maybe I'll just talk like Nicolas Cage the whole time I'm in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's go Eagles.
Benjamin Franklin.
They haven't been this good since Donovan McNabb was here.
You get kind of upset, like the Nicolas Cage to kind of freak out during the game.
Yeah. What is he? Oh man, that video of him freaking out for 4 minutes
that
straight.
Compilation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Bees! Bees!
The bees!
The bees!
The bees!
The Chiefs! The Chiefs!
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens games. So it'll be fun time.
Fun. I have something to share with you, Brad. This is something I've had ready to go for a few weeks, but then I feel like these things keep happening to me. Some more leading stories, if you will. Like, let's get to the Econo Lodge stuff first. Which, by the way, everyone keeps hitting me up, which I'm glad that you're trying to find it. My review either got deleted or taken down. I don't know why. They don't tell me, but either way, it's not there. So I don't know what to do, but it's gone. And I keep getting blown up. DMs is like, I thought you said you were going to leave a review. Why didn't you leave a review? I love everyone who just does not give me the benefit of the doubt whatsoever. Think I screwed up.
Or just assume you're really bad at technology. Like,
yeah. Like
this guy doesn't do anything on his computer ever. So he probably doesn't know how to post a review.
I bet he went to did the wrong one.
Maybe he was doing Yelp and he called it Google, because he's 58 years old.
Yeah, so everyone asking, I'm glad you're trying to find it. I even put the link in the description to make it as easy as possible, and it's gone. So,
but
anyway,
let's go ahead and roast you real quick. I said it the other day. I was like, I didn't see your 1-star review on there, but I went on there and saw about 15 others.
Found a few
real quick. I was like, I am not trusting you to ever reserve a hotel for me. Ever.
Yeah, that's fair. I booked it so quick. I was just like, oh wow, yeah, this is cheap. This is nearby my house.
Yeah,
I just need a hotel room. Who cares? Yeah, I didn't.
How bad could it be?
Yeah, I don't know why. I need to start looking at reviews for things. I'm not very good at that.
There was one review that a lot of you sent us that literally said, guy walked into my room.
Yeah.
Manager walked into my room.
He's a repeat offender.
And there were so many people that complained about the manager. So
almost all the reviews, like the manager is extremely rude.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel a little validated. This wasn't like a unique experience. This guy just sucks.
Yes.
And he's maybe a creep.
And I also read a review that was like, they're under new management, like within the last couple of years. So it didn't always used to be that bad, Jake.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Back in its heyday, it was
used to be awesome.
It used to be like the Lodge. The Lodge was the place to be.
Yeah.
So
anyway, so I've had this thing. This is a local news story out of Prairie Village, Kansas.
Oh yeah,
where I used to live.
Village.
Yeah,
where we met.
We did meet in Prairie Village, Kansas, and I usually give the news a hard time because it's nothing but just like negativity. I feel like that's a common complaint of the news. It's just negative after negative. No one wants to watch it. But every now and then you get a feel-good story. You get a nice feel-good story.
Let's hear it.
And
is this it?
Yeah.
Although her dancing days are done, Phyllis Brinkerhoff of Prairie Village, Kansas says she's not too old.
Yeah, first, just
Phyllis Brinkerhoff.
Yeah.
You will, I promise you, you will see the name Phyllis Brinkerhoff in an upcoming Jean Shorts video. That is too good of a name to just forget about. Yeah, Phyllis Brinkerhoff.
Phyllis Brinkerhoff. Yeah, I mean that. I want to ask Phyllis Brinkerhoff, what was it like, when they erected the Great Wall of China? Mm-hmm. Was everyone freaking out? You were still alive back then.
Phyllis Brinkerhoff. Sounded like she, fought like in the Blitzkrieg or something like Brinkerhoff.
Brinkerhoff. Anyway.
Brinkerhoff a piece of that kick out.
In fact,
sorry, go back. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's not important.
She's known in the neighborhood, is obsessed with one dance song in particular.
You have any guesses? Like this
Harlem Shake, the WAP, or maybe Enter Sandman.
Okay.
Big dance songs.
I think you're kind of joking, but that was somewhat where I was thinking like, this is a news story because like some old bag like can't get enough of Chris Brown or something. Like that's kind of a fun story or whatever.
It's just a fun, joyous song.
You put your right arm.
Oh,
the Hokey, Hokey. You know how
the
dramatic. Let me tell you, it's like after Hokey, people were still on their
wait. What is that song? You put your left arm in. There's so many of them.
Whoa, yeah. Which Hokey is it? The Hokey puppy?
The Hokey Patty? Hokey Nicki Patty?
The Hokey Pokey. It's like oh my gosh!
I'm glad he said it. I'm glad I have subtitles on.
Yeah.
Let's hear him say that again. That's pretty funny, actually.
The Hokey Pokey. You know how when you love a song, you want your friends to love it too?
Sure.
Well, that's why Mrs. B gave her neighbor, Melanie Mendries, a Hokey Pokey CD. We started talking about
this. Is real?
This is real.
This is on the news.
This is in Prairie Village, Kansas.
A Hokey Pokey CD.
Like, yeah, whatever. We could dive into it more afterwards.
Constantly.
I can see her name pop up on my phone, and I just thought, oh, it's the Hokey Pokey.
Hi, this is Phyllis.
Mrs. B left dozens of messages.
I really do need to talk to you.
Urgently pleading her case.
CD I gave you, are you hooked on it yet?
So this woman is just passing out Hokey Pokey CDs to all of her neighbors and then leaving them dozens and dozens of voicemails saying, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
They call back and she's like, have you listened to the CD yet? Do you know about the Hokey Pokey?
What'd you think?
I gotta know.
I mean,
hey, Brinkerhoff here.
After Left Arm, you probably thought it was over, right? And then all of a sudden the feet get into it.
Turn yourself about.
Yep.
In the feet, huh?
I've learned that if you focus on a spot on the wall, you can turn yourself about and just not get dizzy at all. Okay?
It's kind of a ballet tactic.
Okay,
I
Gladys.
learned this in the 40s.
Right.
The 1840s when I was a teenager.
Back when Brinkerhoffs were young.
Back when Brinkerhoffs was the household. It was like Smith back then.
Right.
Everyone was a Brinkerhoff.
Oh
And
my
I
gosh.
just would always say, not quite yet.
Melanie's
This poor woman.
Doesn't know how to say no. She needs to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
No, I do not want to listen to that. I'm
Poor
sorry.
Melanie. Just like, please stop calling. I don't even know how you got this number. I guess phone books are still a thing.
I guess so.
Won't stop calling me.
Oh man.
Like this news story is trying to make this woman seem like, oh, Phyllis Brinkerhoff. She loves the Hokey. This woman's a menace to her neighbors.
Like it could easily have like turned a corner and been like, yeah, she is like, they have filed for a restraining order against
This is
Phyllis.
the oldest woman that's ever had a restraining order filed against her. This shatters the record by 16 years.
Yeah, they learned later on that Phyllis was calling day and night, oftentimes at 3 a.m. when, quote, she would get up to change her Depends. And I was just calling to see how you were doing on it.
Have you listened to it yet?
Do you still have a CD player? Like, who has CD player? Like,
What am I supposed to do with this?
Catherine is the most, like, Catherine's such an old soul. So we have a CD player in our house that she literally like purchased for Hattie to like listen to CDs. But like, no one's listening to CDs anymore.
No.
That girl on the other line, her neighbor sounded young.
Yeah, she looks like she's like a younger mom.
Yeah.
And she's like,
she's Spotify only.
definitely.
Also, why doesn't the girl just say, yeah, everyone knows the Hokey Pokey? like you don't have to listen to it like it's not like a remix.
Yeah.
If anything, it's like the original.
It's a little scratchier than like the remastered Spotify version.
Right. It's like Ella Fitzgerald or something on the track. DJ Fitzgerald.
Have you listened to it yet? And this poor neighbor's just like, no, not yet. Just say yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right. Or listen to it.
Or pop it in.
Or have her come over and like have a party with it. A Pokey party.
Pokey party. By Patty.
Hokey Pokey party. A Hokey Pokey. A party.
Let's get back to you in the booth. 9 children were slaughtered last night in the streets. That's what the news is now. Just straight from Feel Good Story to how many like droplets of blood were found.
Yikes.
That's just back-to-back stories. I don't even remember what happens in the rest of the story. That's kind of as far as I got.
I love it.
This is ridiculous. This is the Feel Good Story.
That's
It's woman
also-
just badgering her neighbors.
That's also like Prairie Village incarnate. Like it's like, yeah, of course, like that's the story out of Prairie Village because there's nothing newsworthy that happens in Prairie Village. It's like the most like boring place. I mean, it's a great area to live in because nothing ever happens there.
This is where I got pulled over last week. I talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You guys like, where are you headed?
What are you up to tonight?
So what's going on?
What's the, so like jogger, like those things, like they cuff around the ankles. That's cool now. Like for guys to wear those.
To have a little bit of like spandex
Right.
in the ankle.
Like they don't think that you're a fairy for wearing one of those things. No. Like
No, Fairy Village.
Fairy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I can't emphasize enough how casual his cop was last week. I didn't even fully get into it, but he walks up and he's like, so I walked into a spider web and I stopped. I was at her. Like that's how he started.
That's a beta move. Like you already have the upper hand
He
at
just
that
looks
point.
like he's doing like loose wrist, karate. Sorry, I got
All
a
right.
spider web all over me.
Just invisible juggling here. No problem.
Hold on,
Yeah.
got a spider web on me.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
So,
I love it. Phyllis Brinkerhoff.
Phyllis Brinkerhoff.
You will remember the name. It's gonna be a household name by the end of this thing. Jean Shorts. We talked about doing a potential news story once, so maybe
we might have to. Wait, maybe Phyllis Brinkerhoff would be like a woman. We're here with a local resident, Phyllis Brinkerhoff.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I feel like the news, like they go out of their way to like interview the most degenerate people they can find for a story.
Right.
They're just like, who's someone who like didn't quite make it out of high school? Let's get their take on the storm coming in.
We're here with Nicki Patty. I
tell you, the storm coming out. I haven't seen it like this. Normally, they're just coming from Northeast, and this one is way different.
I tell you, I haven't seen a thing like that since like 45, 46. I don't know.
Like, it's just like, can we not like we have standards for the news?
Them daggone clouds coming out of the skies. I don't know about them.
I tell you, yeah. I was looking at the almanac, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I don't even watch the weather. What station is going to be on?
I go to Borders about twice a year, buy my Farmer's Almanac, buy my Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. That's about it. No, here's what really I think happens is the news reporters come up to a crowd and they say, can we interview for a story? And people are like, I'm not really comfortable with that. I'm not really. And then out of nowhere, hey, I'll be interviewed for that story.
Rodney's down.
Huh? Yeah, come on. We're here with Rodney Dangerhoff.
Nice.
Dangerhoff. Anyway. What was I going to say? Dang it. I had something. Oh, funny premise that is obviously something that they've already done. They do it on SNL. It made me think of it with the local news stuff. Is there's a skit where they're doing a news story, like pretend like they're on the local news there was a fire at the local center for changing your name, basically. Like
interesting.
Like local, like, and so it was like, so they interviewed all these different people that had like ridiculous names.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So I can't just look it up. They're usually a little bit inappropriate. One of them was Donald McRonald. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, gotta get this change.
Yeah. So I still think we could do something like that with jean shorts, like change it up obviously a little bit, but some kind of in that same realm of humor is really funny to me. Like you know what's coming, but you don't know exactly what the joke's going to be.
Yeah, like you're like the DMV and you're talking to only people who want to get their like a license plate changed or something like that, or they want to like get a vanity plate.
Right.
Oh, what are you changing yours to?
Right.
Something like that.
Or they want to change out of their vanity plate because they're now embarrassed about what they got earlier.
Yeah.
Kind of like the back tat of cars.
Yeah.
Okay, write that down.
The fantasy league that I'm in with Gunner and Isaac and some people are consequences. If you lose, you have to get a vanity plate that says hot guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I'm 0-1 right now.
Oh, are you? I picked for you. I'm sorry. Saquon's not doing too hot.
Saquon's not.
Sorry.
I don't know about that. He's probably the most expensive guy on my team.
I know. I thought I stole him for you too. I was like, man. So trust him though.
Season's young.
Big news from us,
Okay.
Jake. You already know it. We bought a van this week, baby.
The elite is
Watch
here.
out. Yeah, baby. Wait, I didn't work them down as much as I wanted to, but it was one of those things at the end of the day where we're like, are we really going to, like, we're going to look back at this and maybe not find a van for another couple months and think like, do we really care about $500 that much?
Yeah.
Like, obviously we have principles, but it's like, I don't think this is such a slippery slope of like everything. So
he won.
So he won to an
saying.
extent. Here's like the little bit of vengeance that I got on him was, and this was more, it wasn't as strategic as it was just coincidental. I pulled into the parking lot with 3 miles left till empty on my truck. And I have a 36-gallon tank. And so that's like $100 right there that I saved. Because I bought my van with full tank of gas. So I was like, how about that, Don?
Got him.
So
how about that?
Yeah, but we're really excited about it. It's a pretty sweet van, man.
What's your favorite feature so far?
It basically has like a autopilot on it. Like it has adaptive cruise control, which is fun, which is kind of like
keeps you like a distance away from the cars in front of you.
Right.
That's
and
nice.
then it also has lane keep assist. And so, I mean, it still makes you like hold on to the steering wheel, but like, yeah, as long as they can detect the lanes, it'll move for you and everything. So
that's going to make road trips so nice.
Way better. Yeah. So that's fun. It's got the microphone that I talked about.
Whew.
It's got the camera, like it has a camera in the back. I think I already told you all this. Yeah. So anyways, it's sweet. And yeah, Hattie and Catherine and Bo, don't know why I went in that order, but they just went down to Texas this morning, and Catherine like loaded up the van and it looked like there was nothing in it because the trunk is so big, y'all. So big. So anyway, that was exciting. Nothing too drastic or crazy about it. Just got a van and it's exciting for it. It was funny, like watching, like I drove it home yesterday because Catherine wasn't comfortable yet, like driving it in the rush hour. So I was like, great, I'll drive it.
I'll do it.
And when you're in a car, you never feel like you're in X kind of car, right? Like,
what do you mean?
Meaning like, well, maybe I shouldn't say never, but like once I got used to my truck, I didn't think like, oh, I'm driving a cool truck around. Like I bet people think I look cool driving this. Same with the van. Like yesterday, I wasn't thinking to myself like, oh, I bet people think I look like a lame dad for driving this van.
No, you just feel cool.
You just feel like you're driving a car that you really like to drive. And so whenever Catherine got in there today, I looked at her, I was like, you look like a mom. no, like not like woo-wee, like more like like you look you look old, but we look like
older.
Old, yeah, exactly.
Not old.
But like
just older.
Like a couple episodes ago, I was like, yeah, it just feels like we're not I don't know when I'm gonna feel old. I'll tell you one thing. If you watch your wife drive around in a minivan, she looks different. Like it's like, yeah, you don't look as cool as you did when you were driving your 4Runner around.
Yeah.
But it's so cool on the inside. So it just makes up for it. So
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
Honda Odyssey Elite. You've joined the Elite, really.
That's what they say. That's what they say. So
very cool.
Yeah. Hattie loves it. So
sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited to announce to everyone the March Madness story that we've talked about for a while, that Brad has really been, harping that this story needs to get out there, needs to be told. It is now available. I haven't posted it yet to the Patrons as of recording this, so I don't know their reaction.
It's going to be amazing.
But it is now available. By the time you're listening to this, it is on Patreon now. if you're a $10 patron or higher, that's when you get like the bonus videos and the behind the scenes all access videos. So the girl, so basically, let me explain this. I'm going to tell this story publicly. I don't think it's fair to just like hype up this story. And then the only way you can ever listen to it is by paying us money. But if you want it bad enough, right now, it is available.
I want it bad enough.
And I think I'll tell the story on the podcast, probably like a month or so.
Okay.
But if you want it right now, it's on Patreon. And the difference in the Patreon version is I'm not telling it alone. I'm telling it with the girl that it occurred with. She's a part of it. And there's also another special treat towards the end of the video that is definitely only on the Patreon version. So there's some special nuggets to it, special treats.
Interesting.
And we filmed like a couple other bonus videos as well. So there's some good stuff on there. I've never really done anything like this as far as like letting people in on like this part of my life.
Right.
So it feels kind of weird, but like she has already sent it. Like I've already edited the video. I gave her the unlisted link. Like, hey, are you okay with me? This is the version I'm going to put on Patreon. Are you okay with it? And she's like already sent it to like her friends, and their friends just cannot get it. She's like, sent me screenshots, and there's like, ha ha ha, this is the funniest thing I've seen all week, and needed this and whatever. So early reports are in. People love it.
People love it.
People like it. I think it's a really fun story.
It's one of my favorite stories. I've told a lot of people about it. It's amazing. And I think we need to make like a $100 Patreon tier to just show the last thing. If you've listened to the story, you know what we're talking about. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Comment below if you are in on the $100 tier. It maybe it's a one-time thing. Anyway.
Yeah, because there's still a little bit more to be desired.
Absolutely.
But it's a lot to ask of me and her.
Oh, 100%.
To put that out there.
100%.
So
so here's let me just share the background of the March Madness story real quick. I'm not obviously going to give anything away, but there was one time I went live on YouTube on the Ghostrunners account.
Oh yeah.
While I was working in my wood shop with probably like 50 people on the live, like not a ton of people. And I don't know if someone said something about March Madness, or if I just like randomly said it, or maybe somebody, no, here's what it was. I remember now. Somebody asked, hey, can you tell us something about Jake that we don't know? And I said, I can't tell you what this is, but if like on the next YouTube video, just comment March Madness. And
it worked.
And so, yeah,
I was like, how do they know this?
A few people commented March Madness, and Jake texted me like Monday afternoon, like, dude, how in the world do these people know about this?
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And now I'm just telling everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. But it's awesome that it's like grown into this like thing that people, so that's like, some people are like, what in the world are they talking about March Madness? So that's the origin of kind of how it got into the public realm.
It's this thing that happened to me several months back that I was like, no, this will never, like, this is so embarrassing. This is whatever. Just no one needs to know. This is not a podcast story. Yeah. And now it is.
Fun fact, I heard that story for the first time in the back of the U-Haul right before we took the picture for U-Haul Vibes on the shirt.
Yeah, it had happened right before that Phoenix trip.
Yeah. So anyway, fun times.
Gosh.
I can't wait to see the video. I haven't seen it yet. So
really? Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I'll send it to you. You're going to like it. I think everyone's going to like it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So I have a fun announcement. Not as fun as that, but a fun announcement. If you want to come meet me and or potentially Jake, I don't know what you're doing.
What's going on?
Saturday afternoon. So this upcoming Saturday, if you're listening to this, Saturday the 24th, 25th. I don't know. Anyway.
25th.
McLain's by our house is having this thing called a block party. And they're basically like inviting all these different local vendors, local makers and stuff.
You got the invite.
I invited myself and Perfect. They said, yeah, that sounds great. And so I'm going to set up like a little tent and sell some cutting boards and stuff at McLain's. Ooh. And I'm going to be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. McLain's Market in Shawnee, Kansas. Anybody?
I went there this morning. I love that place.
It's amazing. And it's like basically I'm inviting anybody that wants to come to McLain's Mondays on a Saturday. We're going to do it. McLain's Saturday. So you can meet me. Maybe Jake will stop by, support me at some point. I don't know what you're doing Saturday.
I'll be in Las Vegas.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
We'll both be making money. Just in different ways. Mine will be at the blackjack table.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, 10 to 2, McLain's Market, Shawnee, Kansas. Come on by, buy yourself a cutting board, or just get a free business card.
Just hang out.
Yeah, a handshake and a business card. Would love to meet you, but I'm excited. Like I literally asked them like the day before they were finalizing everything, so it was like kind of a crapshoot of a thing. But they're like, yeah, this sounds great, and they sent me a map of like where my booth would be.
Oh, already got it mapped.
And for some reason, I was number 1 on the list.
Prime position.
Literally right by the front door. And they're all in the parking lot. It's like all like strewn about the parking lot. I'm like right by the front door.
Have you got to see the other businesses?
I haven't like looked into them. They have
like
their
I
names on
imagine
there.
the reason you're number 1 is because it's nothing but like kids lemonade stands. Like you're the only even like somewhat legitimate like LLC there.
Tommy's, yeah.
Or it's like everyone's there for charity. It's like this like you're competing next to like, you know, Make a Wish.
Right.
Like I don't really feel as comfortable selling my
Locks
cutting
of Love
board.
still around. Okay, good for them.
Okay, Relay for Life. Even this time of year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's on.
Okay. Well, bring it.
I mean, you should have got
Bring
spot
it,
1.
brother.
Sorry.
Anyway, so it's gonna be fun. If you're in Kansas City or just want to come,
Just come hang. See Brad.
Ghostrunners fans are loyal. They
Rachel,
might come.
if you're not at Topgolf, you want to stop by.
That's right.
See Brad again for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll be at McLain Saturday.
Captain will probably be there. So
on Odyssey, Elite will probably be there.
yeah, you'll
Come see in
recognize
person.
it, baby.
Yeah, you'll see it from the
it's so
from the
swaggy.
street.
It's so swaggy. So
Anyway,
I'm excited
have
about
I
it.
even told you why I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know if I told you. Well, this will be fun for you to guess and maybe
Okay.
the Ghostrunners to guess.
You are the third blue man in the blue man group.
One of them got eaten by a tiger because he was subbing in for Siegfried one night. It's just there's a lot of rollover in Vegas.
It's been
You don't
subbing
realize.
in for him for a while now.
Yeah, and he got bit by a tiger,
Right.
and so now they need a new blue man.
Oh, okay.
And so I grew up doing percush.
You are a big percush.
Yeah.
Percusher.
Yeah, I was in a group called Percush with Permish, and it was about consensual drumming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now I just get more of that in Las Vegas the whole weekend. So
It's gonna be awesome.
Never mind. I told you. You don't need to guess anymore. That was it.
We did a party camp and we had guys like set up like the blue man group, and then we had these huge barrel drums. And we put paint, like glow in the dark paint, and they just banged on them, and it looked so cool in the black light.
I don't know why we didn't just go all out and do that. We did something kind of like that. We got in like blue morph suits and then put baby powder on like drum sets.
I'll tell you exactly why you didn't go all out is because it's very annoying to get the paint off of your whole body.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it worked out then. Baby powder looks really cool in black light though.
It does look cool.
So
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
So does tonic water. It glows.
Okay.
Fun fact. Yeah.
Don't
Fun
say we didn't
fact.
teach you guys anything.
Not sparkling water, tonic water. There's a difference.
Gin and tonic.
Hot dog with that gin and tonic.
Oh, you get a black light under the tonic water.
Oh, hot dog.
Goodbye.
With the blue men banging on the drum.
Oh, camps have never seen it.
Dog.
Oh, that's a video we're shooting this week. I forgot. We're going to do the Pun Experts one and then Starbucks versus Duncan.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's right.
We got to write that one.
Yeah, we got to
but
figure out how to write that one well.
The only joke I'm excited about is for you to say, like, now we got Charlie D'Amelio selling coffee for us. Back in the gold days, we didn't need a TikToker selling coffee for us.
Basically, the idea is that we're both going to personify the different businesses. And so I'm going to be like this Northeastern guy and be Duncan. So I'm going to take some notes when I'm there. But
Wait, I just realized Trey was ordering t-shirts for us, but he's going to be gone. So we're probably not even going to be able to.
we had to go to his house, I guess.
Maybe
Or
on the porch.
I bet they'll come. I bet they'll come this week. You think he's already gone?
He's gone.
So don't figure out where Trey lives and you go rob his house. But
If you're going to, drop off a Hokey Pokey CD as a sign of good favor.
what if that's like the Hokey Pokey killer?
No,
Right.
he's got an MO.
Yeah. Okay, Las Vegas.
Oh,
no.
yeah. Sorry, Las Vegas. It's not percussion.
It's Juggling Josh.
It's
Juggling Prakash.
it is within the realm of YouTube.
Okay.
There's something new happening with me within the realm of YouTube. Make your guesses below.
Oh, fun. You're not going to say it.
I don't think so. I want to make sure this is actually happening and this gets up off the ground
Cool.
before I
That's exciting.
really like promote it. But yeah, like a new venture within YouTube is happening and it's going to take me to Las Vegas this weekend. What are your guesses? Do you even know? Have I even told you this?
No. Are you going by yourself or is it with Trey?
No, Trey's staying here.
Power move.
Trey's staying here and Brad doesn't even know. So there's your clues. But that's a coincidence. I don't know why I haven't told you. I think I just haven't really told anyone because it's like,
Yeah.
we'll see.
This is fun though. I
Yeah.
remember whenever you did Next Trick Shot Superstar, that's hard to say. You had like NDAs with that too. Like you're like, I can't really tell you what I'm doing.
Yeah, that was my first NDA. So I was like
Yeah,
super
you
careful.
probably- yeah,
I could have told everyone.
You could have told me like, yeah, but
That was just like, that was by far the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. I was like, I don't want to screw this up.
Right.
I'm not going to tell anyone.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
exciting.
anyway, I have not signed any NDAs with this. This is just me protecting myself. Like I talked about it in the March Madness video when I was like, there's 2 secrets for you guys when you come to the basketball game. And then everyone's like, what are the secrets? I'm like, why do I ever do this? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I set myself up to just be asked? So that's why I'm like, I've just learned over the years. Don't under promise, over deliver.
Sure.
And it'll be fun for you guys to guess what new YouTube thing I'm doing.
Will you have any free time while you're there? Like to gamble?
Oh, yeah. I think the day I get in, that Thursday.
You have to go to Casino Royale, dude.
Whoa, what happens there? James Bond?
It's just the nastiest casino, but like also the best.
Is that the one we could like play a chicken and tic-tac-toe?
No.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
My dad and Uncle John said they found that one time in Las Vegas. It was like, O'Shea's or so,
like downtown Las Vegas, maybe?
Waxy O'Shea's.
No, that's not it.
That's the one in Branson.
Yeah.
Wait, there's some like Irish sounding thing. Okay. Whatever. Dang it, I can't remember. But
no, this is on the Strip, and so that's why it's so crazy that it's like such a dump. But it's like one of the only places you can play $5 blackjack.
Perfect.
They have $1 footlong hot dogs, Jake.
Oh,
there's no pork in that. It'll be fine.
If it's $1, that's a soybean.
And you can play blackjack switch, and it's so fun, dude. It's so fun.
Casino Royale.
It's like the dingiest, like
by
great. Far. Like all the other ones are like super nice, super high end. This one is like, how is this still in business?
That's perfect.
It's so fun.
Casino Royale.
So I don't know if you're with friends or if you're by yourself or whatever, but anyway, I'll guess real quick. It's with YouTube, and it's it's like a most eligible bachelor thing, and you're going there to take pictures, like vanity shots. They call it stripping on the strip. And
you start fully clothed, and then depending on how good you do, and how many NDAs you're willing to sign, you will slowly take off the clothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very fun, but they say they're going to airbrush it, and I should be fine. I trust them.
So how long? Yeah, how long are you going to be there?
Flying out Thursday afternoon, and we'll fly back early Sunday morning in time to be back. I land in Kansas City 11 a.m. Sunday morning.
Good boy.
Perfect time. 45-minute drive.
Good boy.
Back to Shawnee, Kansas for
don't
noon
check your bags. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't take my golf clubs. That could be a holdup on the way back.
Absolutely.
I got Casino Royale to. Yeah, because the golf I would be spending money. In Casino Royale, I'll be making money.
There's no way you lose. It's blackjack. Like, it's like one of those classic casino games. Where it's like, how could I ever lose?
This is the dumb of the casino.
I don't understand why they let you even play this. And then you go back the next day. You're like, oh, I see why people lose a lot of money in Las Vegas. I see why it's very nice here. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so not coming to McLain's Mondays on a Saturday.
It doesn't look like I'll be
from
there.
10 to 2 to see me.
There.
You're going to go to Las Vegas.
I'm going to be in Las Vegas, but come see Brad. I'll put it in the description this week of the podcast, like the time and the address and everything for you guys. And if the address doesn't work, then it's Econo Lodge's fault. All right. Just
write a nice review for McLain's.
Yeah, they're great. I did something that I've never done before this week, Brad. I bought a printer. It was just time.
Yes.
No more public library for me.
Yes.
Like I can afford a printer.
Yes.
Probably bite the bullet.
Okay.
But so I went to Target. I needed some other things. Got deodorant, toothpaste, and a printer. Just the essentials, baby. Just everything I needed that day.
Did you get a cart for this, or did you just go?
Of course not.
Straight, just pull it all into the.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, just chested it. Felt good. But I'm having to it takes me a while with the printers because none of the tags match. And even like the printers I'm looking at, I can't even find a tag that matches that thing. So I'm like, am I gonna have to ask for help to pick out a printer? I just want the cheapest one. I need to just print things in black ink. I don't even need whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up to me. I'm like, oh, perfect. And I'm like, hey, sorry, I feel like an idiot. I'm having to ask you a question about a printer, but like the ET200, I can't see like a price for that. And he's like, let me ask you this. Who do you use for your cell phone provider?
Boost Mobile. Goodbye. Like,
Don't ask Michelle. I'm here to talk printers. And I was like, what? He's like, who do you use? T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon. I was like, Sprint, like / T-Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you know? And then he cuts me off. He's like, no, is that you doing like a line by yourself? How many lines do you have of them? Do you know what I mean by lines? You have 2 lines. You have 3 lines. I'm like, it's, and I don't even want to get into like I'm using my friend's aunt's family plan. So I'm just like,
I have a podcast with my friend. Yeah.
It's just me. What? And he's just like, I want to talk to you. AT&T has got a plan where you can, and I just interrupt him because I'm 30 now, and I go, dude, I'm trying to figure out like what printer to buy. I was like kind of like snappy with it. It was so annoying. That bothered me so much. Maybe it's just me being old and being 30.
Yeah.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
You're ready to be done.
Part of it's AT&T's fault for employing a salesman within a Walmart or within a Target to hey, go harass people on electronics. Try to get them to switch to AT&T.
Like you weren't even in the phone section.
No. Yeah. I'm next to the ink and printer. I asked him a question. He should have the social awareness to know he's asking me a question. This idiot thinks I work at Target.
You asked him first. Completely.
Hey, do you know how much this costs?
I don't know that. But I do know how to save you $30 to $45 per month on your wireless carrier.
Oh, it drove me up the wall. I go, dude, I'm trying to buy a printer. Right? He's
that printer costs $150. $15 savings a month. That's 10 months. You can get this thing paid for free.
Oh, it's just I couldn't stand it, and I don't think he appreciated my snarkiness because he's like, all right, I'm just trying to save you some money.
Yeah,
and walks away.
Knowing you might have gone there kind of late at night. Is that true?
No, this was yesterday at about 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah. So it was not bustling, but it was busy enough that you were not the only person that he could have approached at that point.
Probably not. I guess that's the way of looking at it. But
because like I was imagining maybe you were there at 8:45, 9 o'clock
finally
at night.
a customer I can.
Yeah. Like I haven't seen anybody in electronics for the last 2 hours.
Yeah.
No, but there were people walking around plenty.
Yeah.
I just feel for anybody who has to do any kind of sale, like cold sales like that, but especially like like Home Depot does that a lot where they have like windows or refrigerator people or air conditioner people like, and they'll like be like, hey, can I talk to you?
Oh.
And I'm like, I already have air conditioning in my house. Sorry. Like just walk by. Like
it shouldn't even be allowed.
It shouldn't be allowed to approach you. I think have a booth. Sure. Like I'm going to have a booth, McLain's on Saturday from 10 to 2. That's
spot
fine.
number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Spot number 1 right by the front door. McLain's and Market Shawnee. Come see me.
Next to the special needs kids trying to raise money to go to Africa.
You know, yeah. I mean, honestly though, like, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about that. Christmas gifts are coming up though. Get a gift.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
Get a gift for your family.
Wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah.
Cut into that savings account.
Yeah. Why walnut you do this?
Why walnut?
Like, name a price and I'll say, okay. Yeah, anyway, I keep going. What were we saying though? Oh,
this bothers me more than it probably should, but just a salesman approaching you in a store shouldn't be the case. Not in America.
Approach, like that's harassment. That's the textbook harassment.
Hey, that's harassment.
I'll tell you what. Hey, get him out of here.
Hey, in Independence Hall, they didn't sign the Constitution I didn't sign up for this.
There ain't no cracking that bell for nothing. Freedom ain't free.
Yeah. In my 20s, wouldn't have cared. This new old Jake doesn't stand for it.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. So.
Okay. But you got the printer.
Got the printer and it's nice and simple. It's great. I set it up, printed things right away. Works like a charm.
It is nice to have though. Like it's,
I don't know why I didn't get this 8 years ago.
Yeah. I wish they made a printer that folded up when you're not using it.
It takes a lot of desk space.
Like I wish they could make a printer that's like a laptop size. And then maybe when you need it, it'll fold out and then print out or something. Like, yeah, it takes up too much. Yeah.
Can we make an iPad with a little ink in it?
I think we can.
We'll
talk to Steve.
Okay.
Or Tim.
Oh, I thought you meant my dad.
No.
Okay.
I meant Steve Jobs.
My cousin? Okay.
Yeah.
Jobs.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have a printer now. If you guys need anything, you need anything for your booth,
I might.
Let me know.
What kind of ink? You got both?
It's Epson 212.
No, it isn't.
I memorized the ink cartridge someday
because it's
when
like
I need it.
Almost boiling.
Mm-hmm.
Or it is boiling. What's 212? It's boiling. That's boiling. Yeah. Good for you.
That's what
awesome.
I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like one of those small. I don't even know if it's a joy, but it's like you're older now. You have to be responsible for having your own printer.
I have to.
Like I have a printer in my house.
Yep.
And someday somebody's gonna be like, hey, do you have a printer? I need to print something off. You're like,
yes.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yes, I do.
Young youth.
Of course I do. I have that and I have T-Mobile because I know you're going to ask that next. That's how this usually goes for me.
Oh, man. Okay. We sent out a prompt on our Patreon of like, hey, what are some things we should talk about?
Oh, yeah. What do people say?
I don't remember.
You just kind of threw that out there hoping I would.
Somebody said something about doing stock up, stock down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we should do it. That was a segment we did once, I think.
Yeah.
Just things that are upwardly trending and downwardly trending in our life. What's stock is gaining for you, Brad?
Stock is up on flowers this week.
Okay.
Yeah, flowers. Hattie has just been, we have these, I think they're marigolds in our garden, and Hattie goes and cuts them every single morning and like brings them inside. And it's the cutest thing to watch this little girl cut these flowers and bring them inside and like make little bouquets out of them. Whew. So stock up on marigolds.
Mm-hmm. Stock is going up with me with soft clothing.
Okay.
I'm addicted. I can't stop buying soft clothing online.
Okay. Yeah.
Now that I found certain spots or whatever.
Is this a new one?
This is straight. This is my first time wearing it. You know, it's always a little colder in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievably soft. I bought it straight from just Bella Canvas's website.
Yeah.
Just kind of took a chance.
Okay.
And I'm going to buy more of these.
Really?
It's so soft. Yeah. T-shirts, long sleeves, sweaters, hoodies. I'm so ready for fall because I can't stop buying soft clothing.
It's so cozy.
Yeah. So Bella Canvas, Cuts, Built, Viore. I went Viore for a sweater. You got 4
different places?
I can't stop, dude.
And you're getting all the targeted ads now, more and more.
More. I keep finding new companies.
Good. Yeah.
Let's try their sweater out.
I love it.
Yeah. So
okay,
stock up on soft clothing.
I think in a few weeks you need to do a review on Patreon of the best soft clothing for people to buy for fall.
I will.
Like,
actually, yeah.
People act like fashion influencers are only women. No. Break the ceiling, Jake.
Hey.
Yeah. On Patreon. Boom.
I'll break it.
That's what it is.
And I feel like women always complain that guys are hard to buy for. Let this be a little gift-giving guide for you.
There you go.
Actually could be nice. Like even sizes.
Mhm.
I'm going to become a fashion blogger, I think, actually.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Medium is good.
You got to do the thing where you're like moving around the whole time. Like, I'm usually a size small. So
This is what it looks like from the back.
my favorite thing is whenever like girls get like unpackaged clothes and they put it on their bed and they like pick it up and kind of like feel it and touch it and stuff when they're doing their Instagram stories. It's funny to me how they always have to like show like they can't just like show it. They
Like
have
this
to,
gives you a little idea of how heavy it is.
Right,
Because
right.
it's a t-shirt.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's like this like intangible thing that is just goofy to me. It doesn't like really bother me necessarily.
It's just like, that's interesting that that's a pattern.
why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like, just show it. Like, anyway. Okay. So that's fun.
I'll become a fashion blogger, boy.
Stock up on that. I got stocked down. We got stock up on flowers, but stocked down on my kids wearing pants. Kids are they're just going with their undies all over the yard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you built the fence for, though.
Yeah, exactly. So Hattie just comes out, cuts all her flowers just without pants on and just comes back inside.
Is that a problem?
No, we
I don't
love
think.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems great.
Yeah, it's just fine. Yeah, no problem. Bo a lot of times just straight up diaper. No, nothing else. Just
Diapers enough.
yeah. And the way he walks right now, he kind of flaunts him. Like he kind of does the like the so smug and arrogant like walk. Like that's how he kind of walks right now. It's just so cute when he's just naked. So
Stock
Big
down
Bo.
on pants.
stock down on pants. So soft shirts. Who cares about soft pants though?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
need them. Stock is up for me on hitting fairways off the tee box.
Yeah, baby.
Finally started to drive the ball straight, and boy, does it make your golf game easier. It's so nice. Turns out the
Crazy.
fairway is like a really like fair like way to play the game.
Turns out like if you hit the ball straight,
it's so nice.
yeah.
It's so nice. So yeah, I've started to dial that in. Now I say that, and tomorrow I will just be
Exactly.
awful. But right now it feels good.
Dude, that's gonna be got to be the hardest thing about golf is the mental aspect of like once you screw up once, you're like,
Do I need to change something, or was that just like a weird hit?
don't do that again. And you do it again, it's like, oh my gosh, I need to overcompensate completely.
The worst part of golf, among 10 other worst things, is like, I have so many good friends who are good at golf. Peter, Harrison, Scott, Luke, everybody. And I'll be like, I keep like pulling my like wedge shots a lot. Like, do you know why that is? And it's like, every time it's like, it could be like a few different things. It's like, dang. I was kind of hoping it was like, just tell me to fix this. And like, this could be like 6 different things.
Yeah.
Like 6. That's
can you
awesome.
Can you watch what I do though and tell me what I'm doing?
Can you watch me in slow motion and just like completely like be like a really exceptional coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so frustrating, but it's fun. I got my dinner paid for it. Most times I've been going, it's like a little 2-man scramble versus other people, and on a hot streak, get my dinner paid for.
Let's
So
go, baby.
keep it up.
That's awesome.
Tomorrow, me and my dad's coming all the way up to Kansas City basically to play golf with me.
That's awesome.
Me and my dad versus Isaac and Scott.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
Does he play very often? Like, are you guys going to be able to be competitive against Isaac and Scott?
I mean, it'll probably be me and my dad versus Scott just because he's so good. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah.
If Scott's having an off day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope my dad can get in his head a little bit.
I
We
think
need
he
that.
can. Scott's mental for sure. We all know Scott. He's very emotional on the golf course.
But I mean, no, my dad's solid. He's started to get back into it this summer. I kind of because I've been getting back into it. But
Yeah,
he's
that's
played
cool.
a lot of golf in his life, just hasn't played much recently. So he's solid.
That's the quality of a good dad is that he takes interest in what you're interested in. I like that.
Once you've hit 30.
No, just
I think
bet,
it's time I
bet
meet you
that's
halfway.
no, I bet he's always done that. I bet he's always been good at that. So good job, Stevie.
Yeah.
Okay. Stock up for spending time with my family. I know it's just a silly thing, but that's just like what I've been doing a lot this week.
Upward trend.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time with Bo. Bo's been off and on with me lately. I was trying to get some work done. Actually, the other day, Janelle Buñuel was trying to
Wait,
buy.
what's her name?
Janelle Buñuel.
There it is.
Wait, say Janelle Buñuel. Yeah. She was trying to buy merch, and all of a sudden I was trying to update something with a spreadsheet where I import this spreadsheet, and I completely screwed everything up. And all the new merch went away and all the old merch went back up.
Oh gosh.
And Bo, I was watching Bo because Hattie and Catherine were out shopping doing
He
something.
knows Control X.
No,
Who knew?
it wasn't Bo. It wasn't Bo. But Bo thinks it's so fun to shut my laptop on me and try to push it down. And so he was bothering me, man. And I was freaking out because I was like, this is the time where I can't let this thing, go on. It was like 1:30 when the merch came out at noon. This was an hour and a half later. So people were on there and I was like, oh gosh, trying to fix it real fast, and Bo's pushing on it. So time up with family, which is mostly good. Every once in a while, it's not so fun, but the cutest thing that Bo's doing lately is the there's like basically a mirror in the Apple of my computer, and he loves looking at it.
That's
so
nice.
I think that's why he's really doing it, is because he's conceited. And so
egotistical.
Yeah. Oh, and let me tell you one other story real fast. I was going to say this when we were buying the van, but I forgot. I was taking Hattie home from Awana the other night, and I said, Hattie, I think tomorrow we're going to get a new car. Like, it's going to be great. It's going to be this new van. And she goes, Dad, I was thinking maybe I could take the money out of my piggy bank.
Oh my gosh.
And help you pay for the van.
Oh my gosh.
Out of nowhere. I don't know why she said that. Or like, I was like, oh yeah, I was like the same. I was like, Hattie, that is so sweet.
Where did you even learn that quality?
Exactly.
To like help the family.
Right. Like, I don't even know if I think we try to every once in a while talk to her about money and how like things cost money. And like I think she kind of understands that, but I don't think she's like consciously thinking.
How do you say it back to me? Stimulus check. I want to know that you understand this. Inflation.
Compound interest.
All-time high.
Yeah. Roth IRA. Okay. Yeah.
I want to hear you say it.
Say Roth.
Now
yeah.
Go teach Bo so that I know that you know it.
Yeah.
Right? Go tell Bo.
Yeah. You need to teach somebody in order to know it. So out of nowhere, and I was just like, that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Did you take her up on it?
I was going to. No. Listen.
Of course I took her up on it.
I was going to for like $1.
Times are tough.
I was going to for like $1 to like show her like that she is contributing and has ownership in this.
Yeah, help.
But Catherine was like, that is so sweet, but I think your dad and I can pay for it without you or something.
And then Hattie's like, great. They don't even want my help.
Oh, great. I can just drive in this car without paying anything for it.
Oh,
so I was thinking like, yeah, teaching moment that way. Catherine's thinking like, oh, no, we'll teach you that you don't need to do that for us. So, but anyway, it was just a sweet moment of like,
it's awesome.
Wow, you're a very kind little girl. So
very kind little girl.
Mm-hmm. So up on that.
So is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Stock down. I should have mentioned this when I went to Hawaii. I just thought of it though. Stock down on knowing state outlines. We had a couple times in Hawaii where we had like an unbelievably long wait for our food. And next thing you know, we're like telling the story about how Isaac was so confident about knowing the state names. And then Isaac's like, you guys try it. It's not as easy because everyone's making fun of Isaac. And so I played the game for everyone and everyone did a pretty poor job across the board.
It's
so
harder
I think it's harder than you think.
It's not. Yeah, it is. It's harder than you think.
They tried doing it to me, which at this point I'd already given everyone every state. So it's totally not fair.
Okay.
But I did just fine.
You dominated.
I did just fine. But yeah.
How about, next time let's do provinces in Canada. How would you do on that?
That seems fair. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So yeah, stock down on knowing state outlines.
Okay.
With the people I went to Hawaii with.
I have stock up for the band Surfaces, just in general. Every single morning I've had a routine now where I get up and I listen to the last 4 songs they have they just released like 4 songs in a deluxe album.
Yeah, Thomas Rhett, C'est La Vie.
Yep. They have that one, and then they have Sheesh and a few other ones, June and something else. But I listen to those when I take a shower and get ready for my day, and it's a great way to start your day.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of you guys listening to our podcast, but I strongly recommend starting your day with some good music, some like happy, energetic music.
That's nice. Because
no matter what time I'm awake, like I've been getting up early these days, and I'm plenty energetic once I listen to Sheesh. Sheesh.
So. Stock up on sending voice memos to people. Not like our podcast, but just like, I can't get enough. I love the voice memo feature. It's so great. I use it all the time. Not just because it's like an important text or a serious text. I mean, that's a useful time to use it when you want somebody to hear your tone, but just anytime. Grant Huderberg and I have just been nonstop voice memoing lately. Yeah. That's so fun. I voice memoed everyone like from the Hawaii trip, at different times. And I just stock up on voice memos. They're a great way to communicate.
It's fun. And you can even like every once in a while send like a 2-second one to somebody. Like the inside joke I talked about a couple weeks ago where I was like, ooh wee.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. You just send really quick. Or like Scott and I have this joke with like one time Trump just goes, okay. And so I think I texted that like, okay. And he just thought that was really funny. So yeah, just anything like that is just like another extra way of making a joke.
Yeah.
So
I was texting someone this week. It was the person who I did the March Madness video with. And we were like reliving this story. And then in the middle of like already having a funny text conversation, just throwing in like a 5-second voice memo. Like I would have said it like this. And it's like, why don't I just actually say it?
Right.
And it's like, no, whatever.
Yeah.
It just adds a little spice to any conversation. It's really fun.
Okay. And then my last one is stock down for John. John Stockdown.
Great point guard.
Mm-hmm. One of the best ever to play for the Jazz. John Stockdown.
That's a good stock down.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. That was stock up, stock down.
Do we want to, let me just see if any of the other ones are on there. Let's see. A lot of people excited about the March Madness story. Update on your merch for the tour. You want to talk about that?
Let me ask you, Brad.
Yeah, Jake's hiring me for it, and I haven't done anything for it yet.
Well, I just told you like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But you think you have time this weekend while traveling?
Maybe.
I saw that I'd been logged out of Adobe Premiere, so I was like, oh, maybe that means Brad's been working on it because he used.
Yeah.
Is that what that meant?
No, it wasn't for that.
Okay. You would think that. You would think.
No, it's not for that, but I might be able to. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hiring Big Daddy. I just haven't really done much, but yeah, hopefully there'll be some t-shirts at the first series of shows in Charlotte, Richmond, Asheville, yada, yada. Yada,
yada, yada. Favorite music you're listening to lately, first car, or favorite snack from childhood? Choose one.
Either one.
Either or 3.
I'll say an answer. You try to choose which question I answered. Honey buns.
First car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2002. Honey bun. Yeah.
The old honey buns.
Yeah. Cool windshield.
I like Nutty Bars.
Oh yeah. I love they're a pop band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love their song.
Nutty Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
They had great bars.
Like, yeah, they were a little bit zany, a little nutty. So
let's get to some voice memos.
Okay.
A lot of fun ones. A lot of good ones this week. And here we go.
Hello, my name is Amanda. My really good friend, Raleigh Woods, recommended this podcast to me. So I thought of my question when Jake was talking about the homeless man who pulled out Sprite and Cheetos from the Subway dumpster. And when I was in college, I played basketball, and my coach was really superstitious, and he made us go to Subway before every single game. And I played every year in college, and we played around 30 games a year. So I probably went to Subway well over 100 times. I used to like it, but I just got really sick of it.
Really?
It got to the point where when we were in Hawaii, we had a tournament, and our coach got us up at 6 a.m. to walk 2 miles to the nearest Subway.
What?
Like, I didn't even know that they were open at that time.
Me neither.
So I told myself I would not go back to a Subway till I was 30 years old. I need an 8-year fast. And I was wondering if you guys were in my situation, would you guys take that long of a break from Subway, or would you just go right back? Thank you.
I don't even care about your question. I care about just like, what's wrong with this coach?
Psychopath.
You can't blame this on like, he's superstitious. He would always shackle us to the locker room when we had away games to make us fight for it.
That's sports. That's how it works.
Coach would come in. He had the funniest little like superstition sometimes. He would cover his face in his wife's blood to show us.
And that's just what he does.
It's, blood, sweat, and tears. That was kind of his thing.
Yeah, don't forget about the blood.
He was, if you always think about the sweat and sometimes the tears, you forget about the blood, guys.
Right. And
he was so superstitious.
It would make us nervous and sweat, and then some of the girls would actually cry.
So we would get it all out before the game.
Right.
It was great. He was so superstitious like that.
Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire. So he literally built a bonfire one time in our locker room. It was just like, yeah, this is it.
Our coach was so superstitious. He would like give us haircuts before the game, and then like he would like use the hair and like throw it on like the scorer's table in the middle of the game, because like one time he did that and we won, and he would just do that every day. He would do that
every day. Yeah, he said, "Whose hair is it today? Step up."
He was awesome. What college did you go to? Like, what? How is this a guy who's like employed by a university? This is like crazy behavior.
I don't know. I bet there's lots of stories out there. Yeah,
that's not even like a good like meal.
True. It's like I don't know if it's the best thing. I bet it's slowing you down if you eat in Subway right before the game. Sometimes, like it can be a heavy thing. Like depending on what you're eating there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
teriyaki chicken. There's no way you're like running the zone better in the teriyaki chicken.
Yeah, well, yaki on the
you yacked everywhere. So yeah, I don't know if I get tired of food, obviously, as quick as other people. Like people will be like, "Oh, you guys want to get pizza?" Like, I just had pizza yesterday. I don't really get that. I understand if it's like I had pizza 5 days in a row. Yeah, you
now
get
it's
tired
time.
of it.
Yeah,
but like I'll eat places 2 days in a row. I'll eat Chipotle twice in a day. If someone's like,
been there before,
let's do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think I would get as tired as she would.
I'd say just go to a different college. That's so strange. That's a good story though. Thank you, Amanda.
Funny. Yeah.
All right. Next one from Riley.
Hey guys, Riley from Knoxville, Tennessee here. New ghosty, just found the podcast. I'm trying to work backwards to get all the inside jokes, just like everybody talks about. But first time voice memo here. I'm a small business owner, run a lawn and landscaping business, got about 6 employees now. Wanting to ask you both how you balance your time and the growth of your businesses between Ellis Custom Creations, Ghostrunners, Jean Shorts, podcast with Trey, videos with Trey, I guess on Jake's side, Ellis Custom Creations on Brad's side. just wanting to know time management techniques, how to keep family involved, social life, and still work on so many things. Also interested on business goals, how you guys market things, specifically Ellis Custom Creations, what your marketing plans are for that, and how you've grown that, things of that nature. Business, my guys. Just wanting to ask some questions about that.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the variety.
Yeah.
Do we get like a more serious question every now and then?
Okay. Time management wise, I think at the beginning we didn't have much time management. Would you agree with that for you?
With
like,
what are you talking about?
Well, I guess I shouldn't say we. Maybe I should say myself and you in our own businesses, in our own jobs. I think we just worked really hard. I don't think we necessarily had good time management at least I didn't at the beginning. Like I was just overworking myself. But I think as I worked and as I learned how to do certain things, I learned like, okay, this is something I can outsource, or this is something I could hire somebody for. And this is how valuable it is. Like I could pay $50 for this because it's going to make up for it in the time that I save, and I can put that somewhere else or something like that. Whereas at the beginning, I didn't do that very well. So, I feel like you were the same. I mean, you stay up till 3 o'clock sometimes working.
Yeah. I was trying
but
to
you're not doing it as much anymore, right? Like
not as much. I go back and forth. Like I'm not a very good person to ask about this just because I don't feel like I have very many like systems in place. I have a system in place for where I keep my wallet, but not how I work necessarily.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have much wisdom to share, but I think if I can think of one tidbit, it'd be like, don't be ashamed of like your natural's like body rhythm. When you're drumming for the Blue Man Group. No, like, I used to like feel shame almost that I was like, oh, I'm like working until 2 a.m. And like, there's this like societal like pressure, like, oh, like if you're a night owl, you're like kind of lazy. You're kind of like, you wake up later. You're not as productive. You're not as like, whatever, like diligent with your time. But it's like, I'm naturally a night owl. I can get so much work done from midnight to 2 a.m. that I can get from noon to 2 p.m. So don't feel bad about that. Like go with like your body's like rhythm of like how you operate. Like don't feel any shame about that. So I've learned to like operate when I've realized when I'm most productive.
And I will say, if he does have a family, I used to do that, but then I would sleep in sometimes till 10 a.m., or 9:30 a.m. because I stayed up till 3. I'm still not getting that much sleep, but like, but then I'm missing out on like helping Catherine in the morning. Morning time is a stressful time for the kids.
I'm in kind of a different position.
Yeah. But if he has kids or if you have family, like that was my big thing is like get up early, but still get enough sleep, which is hard to do. But like, just be more compartmentalized and more disciplined. I think, especially starting jean shorts, there's just like way more pressure, not pressure, but like I have much more responsibility to be like, this is my time I'm doing woodworking. This is my time I'm podcasting, like, and compartmentalizing it and like trying to just like stay focused on that thing during that time. And like, whereas before I had the more of a luxury of like, oh, I can do woodworking for a little bit. And then, I can think about looking at a message from Ghostrunners stuff or, whatever. And now it's like, I need to be creative during this time. But then once that time's over, it's over. Like stop thinking about it because you still have all these other things that take physical like labor and time to do. And so, anyway, that's another thought is just like, be disciplined with your time. Like sometimes I literally will write out everything I'm going to do in a day and like the time frame I'm going to do it, which is probably more type A of me than maybe you're not type A. I don't know, Riley, but, that's one thing. Like when I feel overwhelmed, I'm like, this doesn't feel like it's all going to get done, but then I write it all down and then I can feel so much peace of mind of like, okay, I checked off everything on my list today. I don't have to stress out, even though I know I have a huge week because I got everything done this day. So I don't have to think like, okay, but I could still work for another 4 hours tonight. It's like, no, be done for the day, compartmentalize it, go be with your family, and then make sure you get up and stay on schedule for the next day kind of thing. So
it's good. I thought of one other tidbit, not necessarily time management, but just productivity. Find a way, Riley, you're probably fine. You have 6 employees. Your company's, decent size, but when it was just me or if there's anyone out there, it's just you doing it, find a way to hold yourself accountable. Like even if it's someone who doesn't even work with you or just like, hey, make sure I get this done by Friday. Or just like put something on the line, have some consequence for yourself. Also I love doing this for myself even now. Like, all right, I'm going to like give myself a prize. If I finish this by midnight, then I'm going to go get pizza or whatever. Or if I finish this by 10:30, I'm going to go get Andy's.
I do that too, where I'm like, I
incentivize myself.
I do it more in the morning where I'm like, Panera Breakfast closed at 10:30. So I need to get this done by 10:30. Yeah. It's 10:08. Like I got to hustle, or whatever.
Finding ways to motivate and hold yourself accountable, even when it's just you, can help. I think.
And I think a easy way to do that if you're doing landscape or whatever, Trey, me, like talking to Trey, like I'll tell my client a week and a half in advance, hey, it's going to be ready to be delivered on this Friday in 10 days.
Mhm.
Like, and so I have to then like, I put that out there of like, that's when I calculate that I can have it done. And pridefully, you know, reputation wise, I want to make sure it's done at the right time.
Mhm.
And so that's when I'll be like, okay, it's it. And so that's my way of keeping myself accountable is like, basically, I don't want to make them every once in a while I'll have to be like, I'm sorry, things came up. Can we please put it back? But like, for the most part, I keep it on task
Yeah,
with that.
I love asking Trey. And I'm like, when do you want this?
Yeah.
Like, tell me the exact day. All right, I will have it to you by that day.
Right.
So,
because then that puts constraints on you, because as a small business owner, you're like, I can always push this off if I want to. Like, no one's going to say, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you working more?
Mhm.
But it's like, yeah, if you put that on yourself, then you can do it. So the only thing is don't do that in the wrong way. You know, and like don't promise something's going to be done tomorrow and don't start it like the day before kind of thing. Like make sure you give yourself enough time, if that makes sense. Like sometimes woodworking
it makes
wise,
sense.
yeah. Okay. Because I think the quality gets poor. So,
hey, thanks, Riley. Good luck with your lawn business.
Yeah.
Hope that helps.
I like talking about that stuff.
Is life a playground or is playground life? Hey, Jake. Hey, Brad.
Whoa.
This is Becca. I'm from the Middle East, specifically Indiana Territory. And these words just really resonated with my soul when I heard Jake utter them during a slam poetry session. And it has made me wonder, could we get some more?
You said that?
I've missed
Apparently.
those. I also have a couple other questions. First, what is one song that you would be fine with never hearing again? And Brad, specifically, could you recommend some more music? I've been loving Surfaces thanks to your suggestion.
Wow.
And I think that's it. Have a great week, guys.
Big episode for Surfaces, the band.
Yeah, really. What's one song that you can go without, Jake?
Oh, Cupid Shuffle.
Okay.
Cha-Cha Slide.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'll be just fine. Anything with a synchronized dance.
I really don't like the song The Reason by Hoopastank.
How's that one go?
Found a reason for you.
Oh yeah, anything by Chris Daughtry.
Right.
Yeah, I can do without that.
Yeah.
Not Hinder though. I need that. I need
Hinder's
Hinder.
good though.
Hinder, that's quality grunge. Yeah. Slampo. Should we throw one down?
You want to?
Sure.
Okay.
Been a while.
Sure.
Brad, how do you feel about doing one?
I'll try. Yeah.
Okay. Brad,
I mean, you're the master, but
I would like to hear a slam poetry from you about your locker in like middle school or high school. Like things that would happen around the locker.
Ding, ding, ding. The bell has rung. It's time to go. Passing period.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Samantha. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Mrs. Divine. I have 2 books in my hand, but they're not the right ones, so I go to my locker. I look back and think, wait a second. Mrs. Divine's class is over there. Is she a stalker? Twist, twist, back twist,
Ooh.
back twist, twist.
Oh.
Up and back. Don't forget about the top compartment. That's where the heavy books lie.
Mm.
And don't forget, the heavy books often lie. Democrat, Republican, we're all the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Look inside us, we got blood on our veins.
On the vein.
Is Mrs. Divine a stalker? We'll never know. Because I can't fit inside my locker.
Woo! Thanks for coming out, everybody. That was really good. I especially like the part where you got into politics briefly.
It's like, oh, no, back. Reverse. Scrub it.
Do you have anything you'd like to be inspired by?
Yeah.
From me?
Let's keep it on the same path with middle school. And let's go cafeteria on this one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What's that smell? Do tell. It smells like it could be something faint, something familiar. Maybe it's that powder they put on vomit. No,
maybe.
I think it's a school cafeteria lunch. Stratford is small. I can see all of my classmates because we only have one lunch.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Trevor has a huge mouth. I'll tell him, eat that in one munch.
No snaps. Just.
There's a new smell in town. Who is that? It's Grant Holmes from Texas. He just moved in.
5-star recruit.
5-star recruit. But only 2 peanut butter sandwiches. I offer my pudding. He says no. He thought it was an innuendo. There's a new smell. What's behind me? Oh, look, she's fine. Jake, stop. That's a teacher. That's Mrs. Devine. She's smelling my hair. Tight. She says, it's our secret. With me, you can confide in. I say, stop sniffing me. You remind me of Joe Biden.
Listen.
Brad says, leave the politics to me, all right? And that's it. And that's the story of how it happened. Lost my way for a little bit there, but I found it in the end.
That was great. That's great.
Yeah. So thank you, Rebecca.
I have a question about cafeterias real fast.
For Rebecca or for me?
For you / the world. Has a food fight ever actually happened in real life?
It hasn't. I saw Mythbusters on it. Okay. They said there's never been one ever.
That's all we have to ask then.
Hey, yep. Sorry.
I think that's one of those things like Catherine was homeschooled all throughout.
She's like, man.
Like, gosh, I missed those.
I bet you miss food fights, huh?
Yeah. You haven't been to go to FF for a while, huh? You want to get back? Go see Mrs. Devine, see if you can chuck an apple across the room.
She's like, I would make you spaghetti, but I bet all you want to do is just throw it like the good old days, right? You just want to throw that spaghetti.
Yeah. Like there's a few things that like happen in school in movies that are like
throwing the papers on the last day.
Like none of that happens. No.
I ain't never seen it. Nope. Not now, not ever.
Not ever.
Not at Dunkin', not at Starbucks.
Okay.
Rebecca, good question. Thank you for asking for the voice memo. That was fun.
Oh, music. I'll post it on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, then I'll comment on YouTube. I'll comment on YouTube.
What you want? Just like just music
recommendations. Yeah.
Who do I like right now? Tones and I. Anne Marie.
Jervis Campbell is a fun one.
Yeah. We listen to him in Hawaii a lot.
Isaac showed me him, and I like him a lot. I hadn't heard of him.
Yeah.
He's not like
right field. No, left field. Center field. Center field's a song by John Fogerty. What's the band?
I think it's either right or left.
It's got to be one of those.
Right center.
Softball position.
They have 10 players.
One of those bands. I think it's right field.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll comment some other ones that I like. Ironclad ones. Ironclad.
They sound good.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ironclad ones.
Iron Maiden.
Hi, Jake and Brad. My name is Gail.
Hi.
I have a question. When you encounter new people and they find out that you're in comedy, do they offer to tell you jokes and or give you ideas with skits? In my profession as a dentist, it's flabbergasting the number of people that when they find out my profession, they proceed to put their fingers in their mouth and describe a dental procedure and or problem that they have or have had. My response to this is invariably, wow, I am so glad I am not a proctologist. So I was curious if you encounter the same kind of issue, and if so, if you have a standard response. Thanks.
Gail, well done.
She just gave us a joke right there.
Yeah, that's a great joke. I could totally say, I feel bad for anyone working in the health field. Even more so nowadays. I mean, just like I'm a pediatrician. You know, can you look at this mole?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't do that.
Right.
Anyway, and especially now, like, so what do you think about the vaccine? No. You tell me. What do you think? You know, so I'm sure it's awful to do anything health related these days.
But on the flip side, it'd be also hard in that case, like to hear people that you think don't have any like knowledge of it try to tell you what they think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you hear them spout out their opinions. Like you don't know.
Yeah,
I went to school for 8 years for this. Yeah.
But then again, if they ask you, you're like, just let me live my life without this.
I want to know. I'm curious your thoughts because Trey and I actually just talked about this on a podcast. I don't know if it's come out yet or not, but how often like we'll be in groups. I mean, individually, we've had these like the same experience where people are. It's usually like boomers, like moms, are just like, I bet you're just writing all this down. You're welcome for the material. Oh, he's got his phone out. He's probably writing stuff down about us.
Yeah.
I better not come to the show and hear about that. All right. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to see that in a Trey video.
Yes.
I mean, that has happened all the time for the last year, which is fine. That's not too annoying. I'd much rather that than Jake from State Farm or an AT&T salesman. That's not too bad. But
everybody clap your hands.
You would be surprised how often that happens, mainly from women older than me.
Yeah. I definitely can think about times. I think it was mostly when I was at church, but I don't think it was as often like, yeah, it was definitely like 50-year-olds or so.
Mm-hmm.
And
I bet you loved when that happened, right? That's going on the podcast.
Right. I think a lot of times they more just reference things that we've said before. And like, because obviously I'm not nearly as wacky and zany during church at service or something, but they'll like say something to me and I'm like, this is not the time for that. You know?
Not now.
Like, yeah, that's my personality. I'm not like acting like somebody different, but
you're like upset. You're like, I'm trying to set my fantasy football lineup. All right. I'm in church.
Odell Beckham Jr. is inactive again. I thought he was going to be good this year.
Yeah. Please on church.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where I think they just think like, you're funny. I've seen this video of you being funny. So therefore you're going to be really funny all the time right now.
Right.
Go.
No, right. On demand.
Like I saw you being funny and you're not really in that funny mood, but I think you're always in that funny mood. So go. So I definitely hear it too. I don't think that any of us, well, maybe Trey, but I think whenever people ask you what you do, you're not saying you're a comedian.
No, never.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah. Maybe someday. If I was like primarily only doing stand-up comedy, exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't think to answer that part of the question, I don't think we ever tell people we're in comedy.
They have to already know what we do,
right,
and then it becomes a thing. But
yeah. So it's like these people that have enough knowledge of us to where they're kind of our friends, but they're not deep enough into our friendship that they know that we have other types of our personality that are like less goofy all the time.
Fringe friends, acquaintances.
Right. Yeah. So it's basically like parents of ministry people. Like the kids that we do ministry with, it's like parents.
I've started to get more people telling me stand-up bits. And they're almost all really, really bad.
Really?
I think my dad is the only one who's given me something that's like somewhat like, oh yeah, I could use that. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I'm just like, no. Do you even know? Have you ever even seen stand-up comedy? Like, do you even know? Which there's also an argument to be made that anything can be made into a stand-up bit.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I appreciate any input because then I can either take it and like think of something else.
Yeah,
I wasn't
it could
thinking
spawn
of
something.
before.
Yeah, I really don't hate getting that kind of advice, but I will say I'm just going to roast this girl now because I'm pretty sure she's listening to the podcast and she'll be a good sport about it. I saw her at Grant Hewberg's wedding, and it was really good to catch up with her and her husband. I'm really good friends with both of them. Matt and Annie, what up? Shout out. And Annie was giving me stand-up material at the wedding, and it was just like some story that happened to her where like her mother-in-law walked in on her naked. I was like, I don't know how I would do that. But that does sound funny. That, she's like, so, feel free to use that. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll see. It may not be at the show you come to.
Yeah.
But it might be at the, I'll work it in.
Yeah.
And then this week she texted me, you should do a bit on bad typos. And it sent me a screenshot of like a typo that she was in with her friend. And I just texted her back. I just said, my sister dated a biracial guy one time, but my grandparents thought he was bisexual.
Wait. Oh. I don't get it.
It's not a typo, but just like I didn't know how else to say. Like that's a true story.
Oh yeah,
of like just a
like a misnomer.
No, not a misnomer, just like a misunderstood thing.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I guess you are.
Sorry, tell me more.
It's not a big deal. Okay. Basically, I didn't know how to respond to like you should do a bit about typos. I was like, okay. I was just like trying to add to it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
It's just something funny. Just, just trying to be funny.
That is funny. You're very funny.
Well, it's a true story. It did happen.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. That was it.
Okay. Got it. Let's listen to like maybe one more.
Okay.
Hello, Jake and Brad. I am Elizabeth from Colorado, and I am so thrilled that I won the cutting board in the new merch drawing from Brad. Thank you so much for doing that. I can't wait to get it in the mail. Since I am from Colorado, I am a huge Broncos fan, and I think it's kind of ironic that the Broncos and Chiefs play for the first time on December 5th, which is the night of Jake and Trey's show in Denver.
Ironic.
So if you guys would put a prediction on what the score is for that game. I know that the Broncos often struggle at Arrowhead, but I believe they're going to have a fantastic performance.
Oh my
that
gosh.
Von Miller is going to sack Mahomes at least once, and that we are going to win 21-20. So I'll be at the show that night. I would love to meet you, Jake, and see whose prediction is closer. Thank you so much for all the laughs. You guys are the best. God bless you. Have a great day.
Elizabeth, hey, thanks for buying the merch. That's all I have to say to you. I think the Broncos are going to do pretty good. I think they'll sack Mahomes one time.
No, she said Von Miller will sack him one time.
Really shooting for the stars here. I think he'll get our best defensive player will sack him one time.
One of the best defensive players in the league. Yeah.
I think we'll do pretty good against him. We haven't beat the Chiefs in 6 seasons. But, away in Arrowhead, we have a quarterback who wears a glove on both hands.
Yeah, Teddy Two Gloves.
I think he'll do pretty good.
It's going to be a boat race. It's going to be 42-13.
What word do you keep saying?
Boat race. Just domination.
What is that?
I don't know what the actual term where it comes from.
I've never heard that.
Boat race?
Oh, it's got to be a boat race.
Oh, they boat raced him.
And that means one got wet and one stayed dry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly. Like one of them just completely hydro thunder style, just like above the water.
And got the other team wet in the behind them.
Exactly. So it's going to be a boat race. 42-13 Chiefs.
Yeah, there it is. I totally agree with that prediction.
Von Miller might get a sack.
He might sack Mahomes once.
And Mahomes might throw still for 447 yards, 4 touchdowns, and
0 interceptions.
Of course, 0 interceptions.
I remember a time, Elizabeth, Mahomes' first year ever playing football, like his 4th game ever.
Left-handed.
Von Miller is chasing Mahomes. We're in our color rush, red on red jerseys, looking dynamite.
Oh,
Von Miller chasing Mahomes. Mahomes puts the ball in his offhand, completes a pass to Tyreek Hill. Never seen it before. Probably never see it again. How's that, Elizabeth?
How is that?
How's that for can't wait to meet you after the show? How about you be Von Miller? I'll be Mahomes. Try and find me. You chase me afterwards. Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
That's a classic scenario, though, of like, oh, Jake said that, so therefore I'm going to chase him down. And you're going to be like, I wasn't really in the mood to do this
Please
right now.
Don't tackle me. I'm like in the middle of talking to someone else right now. No, Elizabeth, you sound really sweet and really great. I just don't think anything that you think with the Broncos is going to come true. That's all.
The Broncos, out of all teams, like I dislike the most. I'm gonna be honest because they were so good when the Chiefs were so bad all growing up.
It was flipped.
And there were Bronco fans that were so annoying at my school. So it's all because of them, not because of you.
And they're like by far the worst team in our division. So the idea that they would be the team to beat us, if you're a Chargers fan, it's like I could see that.
You think
Raiders,
by far?
I think that Raiders always play us close somehow. They were like the one team to beat us last year.
True.
Before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so whatever.
A
lot of football talk. Elizabeth. Chiefs. Thanks for buying the merch.
And the ticket.
And
we're the merch
ticket.
to the ticket thing.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. The Denver show will be really cool. Okay, that's all the voice memos. Thank you guys for listening and for sending in your voices. Always fun. We appreciate it. Let's go on to our reviews of the week. This week, they both happen to be 5 stars. Brad,
yes,
what's yours?
Haley D says, "Hey, Ma, I've been listening to the Ghostrunners since January or February, and hot dog. My mom, hey Ma, recommended it to me and told me to start from the beginning. I love when moms recommended our podcast to their daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 4 episodes from being all caught up now, and I'm just a little sad that I have to wait till Mondays to hear the pod. I think a lot of people can feel that.
I feel that.
This duo is so fun to listen to. They're so real, and I feel like they're actually my friends in real life. The other day, I had dry contacts from taking a nap, and I thought to myself, I wonder if this happens to Brad. Then I remembered that Brad got LASIK. Great decision.
You and Jameis have that in common, and you're both having great seasons so far.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drafted him. And then I remembered that Brad doesn't know who I am. I do now, Haley D. So these 2 Midwest best friends make washing dishes, driving to the store, and cooking a better and more fun experience for me. What started off as some random pod recommended to me by my mom,
hey Ma,
turned into hours of laughter and a nice thing to bond over with my mom.
Hey Ma.
I didn't even know that Jake and Brad existed 9 months ago, and now I'm going to Jake and Trey's comedy show in Milwaukee next month. On your feet.
She probably thinks the Packers can beat us.
Yeah, probably.
No, Haley, that's one of my favorite reviews, I think. It's just so genuine and so cool that I think a lot of people are having that reaction. And like, I just feel like you guys are on my mind now. All of a sudden I think about, like I'm getting LASIK or my eyes. I think about Brad's eyes. That's fun. That's cool.
It's like, well, like I know somebody who got LASIK. It's like, oh, who? Well, actually, I don't know him.
It's just, you ever been to Kansas City? You might know him.
Do you ever go to Kansas City at McLain's Market in Shawnee 10 to 2 on Saturday?
Spot number 1 by the front door.
I'm here for spot number 1 and spot number 1 only.
If it's not spot number 1, I send it back.
Anyway, that was awesome. Hey, I love the idea of like bonding with somebody over this. I think that's really fun.
I know.
That's one of my favorite things that people say, whether it's bonding with your 12-year-old son who you don't like know what else to talk about, or like,
you know what I'm saying?
No, not like that. Not like that. But just like, oh, you guys can listen to this and both enjoy it in different ways and whatever. Like, that's just cool. Or if you're bonding with a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time that you reconnect with or something. So
probably would be great, especially when it comes to like father, son, father. If like you have a smaller kid, you're not enjoying the same TV shows in the same way.
Right.
But you might be able to somewhat enjoy the same podcast in the same way. Maybe.
Like Clifton Alexander and his son.
Yeah.
Love listening to our podcast.
They're great.
That's cool.
Yeah. I have a short review, but I thought it was really funny. It's by Savannah Savell. She said, "Hey, Brad. Hey, Jake. Love the podcast. Y'all are so funny and so inspiring. If you're seeing this, please let me know if you're pumped for the return of Survivor season 41. That's
season 41?
That's the review.
How many? They do like what? 3 Survivors a year or something? Season 41 they've had to do.
I feel like they're on
2
like
a year?
a season and a half per year, maybe.
They've been doing it for that long?
I bet maybe 2 seasons a year. Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like 2000, like the year of reality TV, like Survivor was like OG.
Yeah, it was.
That was like.
Never watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Outwit, Outlast, Outplay, I think, are the things.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
For sure. I know it.
Who was I talking to the other day? I was like, do you think you'd be good at Survivor? And he was like, yes. And I was like, yeah, you would. Dang it, who was it? It was a really fun conversation.
Michael Sloan, if you're listening, would be the best Survivor candidate that I know. Yeah.
What if we put him up against my Ty Gatewood? Could be fun.
Ooh, maybe. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Ty Gatewood would do the alliance thing. Well, no, it's so Michael. No, I think Michael Sloan. I vote Michael Sloan. I believe in him.
Dang it, that's gonna bother me. I was just talking to someone about that this week. Whatever. Thank you guys for all the 5-star reviews. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle? That could be something kind of fun to do. Like if you want to sing a song to like custom written songs by one of our fans.
Here's a fun fact about, yes, I would like to do that. Here's a fun fact about this jingle. This is the first jingle ever submitted to us a long, long time ago.
Oh, no way.
Yes. From Caden Hudson. We love Caden. Caden, I don't know how old you are, but I know you are not in college yet. Like you are younger.
Yeah, he's like in middle school.
Is he? Yeah. So thank you for writing this. He wrote us 2. I'm going to be honest. I read the second one first and it was not good. And so I just thought, oh, these are both really bad and I'm not going to do them ever. And then I looked back and found this one and it's fun. So we're doing it, baby. And this is going to have a lot of old inside jokes, which is kind of fun.
Hey, great.
So
let's do it, baby.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Caden Hudson.
Bringing it, baby.
Wow. That was fun. That was like, yeah, a bunch of stuff happening a year and a half ago.
Yeah, right. Like I think I remember reading it when I was on the lake in Texas when we went on vacation like 2 summers ago. So Bo literally had just been born like a month earlier.
Hot dog.
So he wrote that on, for Bo.
Thank you, Caden. The gift that keeps on giving. The 2-year-old.
So don't ever
jingle.
give up. If you've written us a jingle, don't ever give up. You understand? You understand me?
Never.
Do this one for your family.
All right, we got to go. We're playing pickleball tonight. It should be fun. We haven't done that forever.
Let's do it.
It's getting later, so we got to go pickle. And once again, check out. We got the March Madness clip is available right now on Patreon. $10 patrons and higher. Go check it out. And just have fun interacting with it. I'm excited. I don't know what people are going to say. It's going to be awesome.
People are going to say plenty. I tell you that right now.
And come see Brad this Saturday. Spot number 1.
McLain's Market, Shawnee. But order some merch if you want on Ghostrunners.life.
Like there's so many designs. There's so much stuff out there. Something for everybody. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
At least check it out. Ghostrunners.life.
Comment below what your favorite thing is. Love hearing about it. Love words of affirmation from you guys.
I love everybody.
Love everybody. Love you guys.
Even Elizabeth.
Yep. Bye. Ghostrunners Podcast.